Well, I have to leave early tonight probably because I still have so much work to do on that presentation.
It's like casual, yo. It's 10 minutes.
I know. I know. It's yeah.
It's
I
chill.
believe in you.
I guess. I just like, because I messaged you today at like 2 p.m. today. I was like, "Oh, what if I go this entirely different direction with the entire thing that requires me to learn an entire area that I've never
Entire
touched before?"
Region, yeah.
Because I miss so much more fun that way, right?
It is very fun that way. I just like how we're kind of like swapping, like
Mm-hmm.
between wet biologist and.
We always knew that was gonna happen too.
Yeah.
Like that's how we planned it from the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. It was just a matter of time before I caught up.
Now it happened. Well, also me, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This long to get here.
Uh,
No, you're gonna be totally fine. And also, you don't have to present that idea tomorrow if you don't want to. I mean, you can like use it as inspiration to work on it, but like you can use your old idea also. It's mostly the same.
well, okay, so that's true, but I was trying to decide whether that in itself can constitute an entire second aim or if it's like a sub-aim of my first aim. Because otherwise I need to come up with a second aim.
Christine, is that a salad?
That's a giant bowl of salad.
No.
Is that like 5 gallons of salad?
Yes.
No.
Oh man. Enjoy your massive
I
salad.
went to the store, I bought the head of lettuce, and I figured, why not just eat it all?
This is a
It always goes bad if you don't eat it all.
Yeah, I
She
pretty
does,
much do
though.
this like regularly.
She eats one of these like in a day. This is all she'll eat all day.
That's not true. You have to try.
Yeah,
This
sure.
is the main course though.
The croutons on top.
I'll let you eat cookies and smoothies and
And beer.
beer and wine.
It's all about balance, right? A couple beers, a 5-gallon bowl of salad. You
Yep.
know.
The salad is for my microbiome. The beer is for me.
Yes.
Wait, this is hold on.
Well, you guys ready for some D&D?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we?
Yes. So last time you finished crawling through the
Are you
dungeon
streaming?
basement. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The basement of Clifftop Castle, and there at the very bottom you found some undead, as was kind of the theme, and you destroyed them, and then you opened a massive vault, and Chad charged in and utterly destroyed it before anyone had a chance to even react, and then looted the massive vault filled with rare, precious items and lots of gold. After that, you went out to the village Gelgari nearby, and you basically hired a bunch of lizard folk to till the land, the property, and turn Clifftop Castle back into a thriving vineyard. And I think you decided to call it the Pork and Cork. Anyway,
Did you really
Pork
decide?
and Cork wine.
Oh, we agreed on that.
Oh, okay.
So after that, you guys spent basically 2 weeks just kind of chilling in Uthorim. You traveled around. Chad went back to Nomiopolis with Thazal and Galaxia and paid for an additional modifications to the orphanage. He commissioned a swimming pool. And what else?
Swimming pool, extra housing.
Yeah, just more buildings, more accommodations. Yep. And it's starting to attract the attention of orphans and like individuals from beyond Nomiopolis. It's starting to be a sort of center point for that type of that work and business. So after that, Porkchop ran around and sold all of her stuff and spent a few days crafting. Good job. Crafting a potion of rampage from Tyrannosaurus Rex teeth, and eventually succeeded. And then Thazal bought some more fancy arrows. Galaxia talked with her dad and did some prayer. Did you do anything else important? You bought some clothing.
Some fancy new clothes.
Yep, you bought some fancy new garments, as well as so did Little Bro. He wanted some additional garb to cover himself. And overall, though, after the 2 weeks are up, you guys were starting to think about what comes next. Also, I forgot, Thazal had a nasty dream of a individual with gleaming purple eyes and a pale yellow-green hue in the pupils that seemed to be otherwise normal-looking, elven perhaps. And they stood outside the tower and seemed to be displeased with Thazal for the way he put it, cashing in like one of his investments a few centuries too early. And as such, he said Thazal would have to pay the makeup for the balance. And Thazal woke up with a bad headache and a undead presence inside his skull, which Chad eventually banished through Dispel Good and Evil, successfully getting rid of that and getting rid of the headache. After all of that, you all sort of talked about it, but what to do next. And after dinner, Chad was like, you know what? I'm feeling bored again. Time to whip out another card from the deck of many things.
That's right. I blocked that out.
So that's where
right.
we will.
That's how we ended that one.
That's where we will resume. Cody, you wait a sec. So you intend to use it right now, right? Like you're going to try and say something.
I did have a question out of game because I was thinking about it, and I don't think because I was originally gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll just get rid of like Heronius taking the bros down, sort of thing. But I think that may count as multiple events, and it had to like do the source for that to do anything. I don't know how you see that, and so I thought it would be fun to roleplay this out with everyone. Chad, of course, is the man of action, but he will talk to his bros first.
So you're gonna hold on to it.
Yeah, so Chad, I guess we'll put out Mike. I'll grab the card and hold it up. I'm like, bros, you won't even believe this. Like, out of game real quick. Chad knows what it does, right?
Well, you know immediately in your head. As he holds it up for a second, you see the face of like 3 faces on a card with labeled The Fates. But then immediately the card like bursts into blue flames and disappears. But Chad, you recall what had happened or what ability you now have.
Yeah.
What?
So, bros, I have I have the ability to rewrite the past.
That sounds like a bad idea.
That sounds dangerous.
Get it?
Well, I was thinking about this, right? I wish I still had the card. I actually like would love that because I had a plan, but I don't think it's gonna work out anymore. Because the first thing that came to mind was I wanted to bring my parents back.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if I'd still be here with you guys, and I don't want to abandon you like that. Like,
So how does it
as
work?
much as
Timeline work.
Does every
it basically erase it. Oh wait, do you want to go?
You would know, Chad, that like if you undo something, whatever you undo, all of time from then till now will rewrite itself to make the most sense in correlation to that. So if you were to, for example, bring back your parents to when you were orphaned, you could, in theory,
rewrite like mine.
Undo your entire existence.
Yeah.
It's Chad.
Yeah, like
Meaning all of the Fists of Hexor would be out there still.
Chad would be pure evil.
Oh my
And
god.
I could like live a normal life, bro, with my parents and be happy with them.
But
on
you
the
know-
farm or something.
You all somehow.
What was that?
You would end up as like pure chaotic evil instead of Chad. Chad would be
Bro.
slaughtering people left and right.
The Youngling Slayer 9000.
No, it would be nice to meet my parents, but I don't think this is the right opportunity for that. I did have a few things that popped into mind, and because I think we could use this card to solve one of our problems. That being, Thazal. How about we rewrite history? This is one of the things that came to mind. Rewrite history so you never sold those people's souls, never interacted with the one soul dealer at all. And this might be your way of just like, we just correct that mistake. That might solve that problem. Or, we could like, Galaxia. We might be able to rewrite history to get rid of that alien invasion. They would be so like, we could just find something, just knock that one. Or maybe like the Nightshades. I don't know.
We could.
So out of game real quick, does Chad have to know the specific event he wants to erase? Or could I say something vague like, I want to get rid of the founding of the Nightshades or something like that?
It needs to be a specific event. So like you can
That I have knowledge of.
Yeah. So like it's basically like there's a moment in time where things can go left or right. It went right, you can make it left. Like that's what it boils down to. It's not like you can just be like, this never happened very broadly, but you can only control one moment in time and what happened during that moment.
Like if I was like, that person was never born, that wouldn't work because that's too broad, or is that
Well,
specific enough?
They were never conceived, perhaps.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yeah, bro. What's up?
Corcus never escaped from jail. That would solve a lot of problems.
We took Quarkus's mansion instead of giving it up.
No, because, well, that would lose us, like, some gold, but... Then, like,
Oh, I like how we can rewrite history, anything. You're like, bro, I made a bad
More money. Bad financial decision. I want more money.
Of course, that's what Porkchop wants to do. She's a hoarder.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to
Wow.
put that out there because like I don't know if like if the fist thing, if I can solve that, because that's multiple events, and I feel like that's something that
Too
we're
big.
really close
Well,
to
Yeah.
obtaining.
You're very close to fixing that, yeah.
Yeah, and so I wanted to put this out to you guys. I don't know, Porkchop, you don't really have any problems, right? Well, I mean, no problems this will solve.
Oh, you got a problem.
You got. I wish Porkchop was never a kleptomaniac. Rewrite all of history.
Becomes, like, neutral good.
Or Porkchop just isn't here anymore. I'd prefer not to do that. But we could rewrite something. I think it would be safe to do something like the Soul one, or with the Alien Army. We could probably I don't know how much knowledge you have about that, Galax.
I mean,
use that.
So I have knowledge, but I also have access to the Deep Walker knows more information. We could.
Well, I don't know. Out of game, I'm pretty sure. Just like I'm gonna consult Nick on this, just so we can put this into our thought processes. Maybe this is metagaming too much, but I'm pretty sure the gods know that we messed with reality.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like if we do something too major that upsets a god, we might we might create another problem in the process.
But what god would that upset? Aegir would be thrilled.
Well,
Yeah,
you would also have a general intuition that the farther back you go to change something, the greater the downstream effects are going to be. For example, preventing an alien invasion thousands of years ago and all the fallout that came from that, Galaxia may never even exist.
But
among other reasons.
I didn't say to prevent it from happening 1,000 years ago. Like, we wait until they get here, and then we're just like, nope, never happened.
And then they come the
Because
next
there's not
day.
a time limit on it, right?
It's
Or no, I'm like, oh no, their ship exploded. Instead of continuing on as it was supposed to, something malfunctioned and it exploded in space and they all died.
I don't think I get to decide what happens in place.
I'm just giving an
I just get to
example.
erase something.
Yeah.
But I was
They
also-
they never made it.
I don't think
Can
that we
I
can...
let other people know I have this power?
you're talking about
Besides
it right now.
us.
I mean,
No,
I don't...
no.
This is all metagaming.
No, I was asking like if I had a card.
Oh, well, so
like-
no.
Like, could I go up to the dragon and be like, yo, bro, let's solve this peacefully, or I'm gonna erase you from existence? Like, you know what this is.
I mean, hard flex, but it's one of those things that you'd have to be persuasive. You could hold up the deck of many things and be like, I pulled this thing and I can do this thing because of that. But yeah, you have no physical proof that this has occurred beyond what you know to be true.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know if I could ride in with the card and be like, bro, how is this going down? Are you still gonna exist, or are you gonna hand over that fist?
The ultimate flex, not even I'll kill you. I'll make you not
It
exist.
will never.
Most effectively, it functions as like an automatic win for any particular exchange or like activity, or someone gets stabbed to death. You could be like, nah, they don't get hit. Things like that. From a local small scale, just like wind back time 1 turn or so.
Yeah.
Like 10 turns.
In theory.
So, I don't know, bros. I'm just letting you know, like, my first gut reaction here was I wanted to save my bros or bring back my parents and just do it immediately. I just feel like we need to act on this. Like, this is a great power. It's just...
The idea of having Gazelle never have fucked with the souls.
I don't know, because, like, that was a while ago, and, like, been a lot of fallout from that.
Like what?
Like, a lot of the shit that's happened, a lot of stuff that I know now.
Every magic item that Thazal got and used along the way to achieving your goals would never have existed, therefore your goals may never have been successful, and so on and so forth.
That's why I'm arguing to save
Big
it for
butterfly
a
effect.
future event.
We never got Archeron, and then...
Yeah.
Right,
You never would have flown to all the way to Skuldura, because you would have had to walk, and you would have been maybe killed in the snow by a bunch of Yetis who were there waiting for
He
you.
wouldn't have been flying above Galaxy and just blast her.
There's a lot of butterfly
Okay,
effects.
wait, we can undo it then. No, that's what I'm saying, Chad, is that's why we should save it and use it in the future. But also, it's your card, and you should do what you want with it, because it's your power. But we just shouldn't be...
Idea.
You just shouldn't be hasty.
I have the best idea, bro. Alright.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
We continue to draw from the deck of many, and if something bad happens, I can erase that from
That's very true.
Okay,
That is very true.
okay.
What something happens to you?
That's interesting.
That's he can't draw. He can't draw from the deck.
No,
It has to be one of us.
I'm trying to think. Unless I get obliterated from existence, I should be okay, and I don't feel like I want to put... I mean, I guess you wouldn't put your lives at risk here.
That's the
But
thing, is you just undo it if you die.
That's hilarious. That would be a really funny use of that card.
We're okay. I can draw. And you can do it.
Yeah, so do you want to... Pork chop, you
I
wanna
would
put this
draw
in,
if there's...
Oh, yeah.
This is the only way you would ever get Thazal to draw, but I would also feel really bad if Chad had to use his undo to, like,
That's the risk.
you know.
That's the risk.
It's a
I
very...
mean, we could do it.
It's a very powerful undo.
Yeah. And I guess this would be something immediate where there'd be no ripple effects.
Yeah.
It's I guess that's kind of the safest one, because if we go back, like, it's, who knows what's gonna happen.
If we
And
don't
from like a
keep all
gameplay
that-
perspective, metagaming a bit, it can be a bit of a headache, I think.
Well,
To try
did
and
you guys see
come
Nick's
up
face when you said, like, we could undo the alien invasion? He was like,
Oh
there
Please
goes my
don't.
entire end arc.
There goes my entire world building. My entire universe is undone.
Fucked over by your players.
That's where my, like, fucking timeline starts. You just wipe it
We're
clean.
not just gonna fuck up your dungeon.
Athendria
crawl, we're
never
gonna fuck up your
existed.
entire campaign.
See, this is what, like, we just get, like, the alien invasion just gone. You just get to start from scratch now. You have new...
Everyone roll new characters.
Sandbox.
Yeah,
Roll new characters.
There you
End
go.
of the
Your
campaign.
save file was deleted. Now you
Pretty
can
much.
respawn.
I wonder,
Um, I think-
something, because I'm assuming there are beings that are more powerful than this. I wonder if something like that would get stopped.
Maybe. Maybe not. It would be... I don't know.
But it's in the
Either way, it would
fates.
be bad
It's the
for us.
fates, right?
Anyway, I say we
Anyway,
on to it.
you know what I think we should do? The
Stupid.
Zol, you should draw from the
Draw.
deck of many.
Yes.
Why me?
I'll undo it.
This
think
is
it's
the
just
only way you would do it.
Yeah, bro. Draw a card, bro. It's all good, bro. Just draw it.
See, I learned when I was a youngling not to give in to peer pressure.
I mean, if you don't want to do it, I'll do it.
I'll do it too.
We only get one undo.
Yeah, but we can all draw until
So,
one
like,
of
if
us fucks
something
up.
happens, that, like, fucks most people up.
Oh, God.
If we get a great one, then the next person can draw. It's like Russian
No,
roulette.
bro, you're taking too long. Chad reaches out, he just draws a card.
No.
All right, it happened. Chad, you're a card. Go get the
It
deck for me, please.
You
No,
cut-
you
Damn
draw the
it.
card, Dad.
Chad, you're the
You
only
just
one who
did.
can't.
Ugh, is my desk fast enough to reach out?
You're the only one who
Yours
cannot
is
do
not.
anything.
You fucked up.
This is all you can draw after me.
No, because you're gonna be dead.
So I thought about it, right? Statistically, right?
Chad,
The only one
Nick-
where this ends up poor is if I get obliterated, because if I'm still conscious, I can undo it.
but if you're unconscious or dead,
Or obliterated. Nick said that Thazal's dex might be fast enough to reach in and pluck the card from his hand. Or to stop him. To stop his hand from reaching.
I stopped Chad
I
from.
mean, but is he strong enough?
I have a 23 strength.
I'm helping him.
Helping who?
You.
I have a 25, so we're pretty close.
Both me and
Bro, you got
Pork
some sick
are
games.
helping
Both me and Priscilla are
stop Chad
like
from
do
flying.
everything possible to stop Chad from drawing that card.
They gang up on Chad and try to stop him from drawing a card.
I mean, wait, do we have a thing? I'll just...
I'll do a
So,
stealth or a
part of
strength
it-
check.
Part of it, it's not just the act of physically drawing it. It's basically, if you say, I'm going to draw a card, it draws itself.
Oh, that's right.
The universe will not prevent you
Forgot
from
about
happening. So,
You have to declare how
I'll
many
leave it up to Cody. Do you state that you're going to draw a card? Because if you do, then it's happening.
I'll reach out. If they stop me, I'm like, this is all you need to draw that card then. Come on, bro.
Oh! Fine, if it stops Chad from getting fucking obliterated, I draw the card.
All right.
Why do you think I'm gonna get obliterated?
You don't want to not get obliterated is the problem. You don't actively seek out the obliteration, but you don't, like, stop it. Oh, fine. Somewhere
Why are
from
you getting so much anxiety over this?
somewhere from leftish.
I think it's
Bro, there's zero risk.
Grace, pick for Thazal. Somewhere from the leftish of the fan.
You're the one with the good juju. You did good last time.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, if I get
Nine is a lucky number, dude. 9.
that's equivalent to like a wish thing.
You can just undo
Kind
it.
of.
Yeah, you can never have drawn the card. Like, there's literally no risk.
So, Thazal draws the card. His eyes glaze over and he starts drooling. As he stares at the ground, he drew the idiot card. His int is now, what, 3?
You know, that's okay.
That's fine.
Wow.
Wow.
That's such a dumb one to have to undo. Are you sure we have to undo this? Can we just take him
Sorry,
almost?
no, it's not that bad.
What is it?
It permanently reduces your intelligence by 1d4 plus 1.
So roll a d4 and we'll see how bad it is.
Does this all need intelligence, really?
Right? Does he really?
His magic
Fine,
arrows
it's
depend on it.
Point
But...
or
I
3.
actually kind of wish Chad got this one. I wouldn't be even dumber. That'd be hilarious.
I rolled
I'm
a
jealous.
2?
So it's 3. Is it points or
Base score. So what's your current
So-
base score?
14?
So it's now 11.
Okay, that's not that
You're
bad.
still smarter than Chad. By, like, a lot. Wait,
I'm dumber now, so yeah, sure.
I could have had a 5 intelligence, bro. Why'd you take
I
this from me?
think Chad can stop me from drawing the first one, which would stop me from drawing the second one, because I wouldn't be as dumb now.
You can also draw another card if you want.
Galaxia, you haven't drawn a card. Why don't you draw one?
I mean, I'll draw a card.
Do it.
Galaxia's feeling a little,
Yo, bro, we should get another round of beer while we do this. That's the best part.
Yeah, where are we doing this? Are we
Yeah,
just
we
sitting
have
at
to
our...
sit-
Chad, you want to get this entire
Yeah, you're sitting at the
party
dinner table in
vacation
your
now.
mansion in New Thorim.
We're just...
Bro, I ain't about that.
Well, I'm sorry about your intelligence, Thazal. If I ever give up my headband of intellect, I'll give it
That
to
way
you.
we can't hear you guys.
Hello?
Nope.
What happened? Did you
None.
bump it again? You bumped it again.
I didn't bump it.
Yes, you did.
Because I'm dumb
What
now.
did I bump?
The microphone, the USB plug-in. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, you messed it up.
I don't know. What did I do?
That's not it.
We're muted.
Which one is that the webcam or the microphone?
No, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear us now?
Okay, it's fine.
Hello?
There we
Ah,
go.
okay.
Yes, okay.
I accidentally bumped into the...
The microphone.
Plug.
You do that every single time we sit down.
Maybe we should just swap
You just
sides.
Yeah, but I have my access here.
But then we swap.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay, you drawing
can't
a card?
change sides, it's illegal.
Oh my gosh, okay.
That's the whole-
Like if we change sides, it wouldn't work.
No.
Ruin all the juju.
Oh boy.
Oh, wait, so are you just letting us all be dumb?
Yep.
Okay.
He doesn't know any better now.
Sad.
I mean, he's still smarter than Chad.
Is that really saying much?
What do you draw?
I'm nervous now, because what if I get something like that?
Wow!
It's like not bad enough to undo, but not good either.
This doesn't look like a good card.
It might be good, it might be bad, I forget.
Talons?
Oh. You're... In a flash, suddenly, Galaxia stands there wearing only her robes, as her headband, her armor, her trident, her everything disintegrates into ash.
I'm like, Chad, undo it! Undo it, Chad! Undo it right
Oh.
now! Chad, it's all gone! Where'd it go?
I mean, you now.
Alright, bro.
Every magic item in your possession has disappeared.
Every magic
Everything
item.
magic that you... In fact, the entire mansion around you just, like, disintegrates. I think, no, it's ruined, sorry. It's a different one that just, like, fucks you over even harder.
Wait,
Yeah.
but she actually doesn't own the mansion, so it doesn't count.
This is everything magic that you own. Mansion is not magic. Ruin is every financial thing you own. So...
There's magic aspects to the mansion. Like the Zal's room. And the mansion is technically in my name because I'm the Baroness.
Yeah. So the mansion stands, but, like, yes, all the magic stuff in the basement stops working, too.
Undo, please.
Wait. I think we should undo it, but I think before we do, we should draw more so we know what's in the deck. So that next time...
Wait. Well, what if we do this? We draw, and if we get something, we could stop and say, I wish we never drew from the deck of many, starting from, like, the first card, the Zal, and we could erase everything from this point forward.
That's what I'm saying. So, but we could, like, know... I guess, do we have memory of having drawn? No.
I would say that only Chad recalls that. Everyone else, reality is what he makes it, so...
So he could tell us what the options are in the deck if we keep drawing.
But it's random, you don't know. You know what is in the deck, but you don't know what order, so still luck.
Right. But you know what your options are, which we don't know right now.
Well, Talon's an
Are you keeping
idiot.
track of it?
Shuffle.
Talon's idiot,
But the
one
cards
that lets you...
are the same. We don't know where they are, but we know what the options are. We would know what the options
I
are.
mean, well, out of game, we know what the options are.
We don't. We don't know which ones are in the deck. Not all of them are in the deck.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
Don't get rid of it. Just
I'm
hold
not
on.
getting rid of it. I just
Are you writing these down, Christine?
I should be.
I'm just saying that now my intelligence is lower than Thazal's now.
Dumb 5!
Let's keep drawing. Do it again.
I'm too dumb to know what's going on, so...
Then what am I?
What are we doing?
You're
Here.
still smarter than Chad. I'm just gonna put that out there.
What's
Oh,
your
really?
wait? What's your int?
11 now.
Okay, mine's 9. So
Mine's 11.
Take a card. Any card.
Why?
This has made everyone in this party
Oh,
really
wait,
dumb.
fine.
So who's
Wait.
drawing?
Glex is like, just do it fast because I'm having separation anxiety.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
Okay, pork
I
chop.
draw a card.
Wait. Stop. Pork chop. If we're gonna redo this, how many cards are in there?
13?
Just say you draw 13.
That's the worst possible. No.
No, but then we know if our goal, like, if we're not gonna live in this reality, right?
But are there still 13?
The problem is we won't know because something bad will happen and she'll have stopped drawing cards when she gets banished
Yeah.
to like the fucking
Yeah, because we know that's a card in there. Well, we don't know, but we assume.
I'll draw 3 cards. Compromise.
That's a horrible idea still.
3 cards.
3 cards.
This
draw
is
3
really fun
cards.
from a
You
gameplay
said-
perspective.
You said it, it's happening. Pick
Okay,
3 cards. You have to do them all at once. You don't get to do it.
Oh, all at once?
You have
Alright.
to go at once.
And middle, or left, middle, or right? 3.
All 3.
One from each?
Yeah.
1 from each.
Alright, you drew. Knight.
Uh-huh. Ooh,
I think they give you a 4 fighter.
I get a knight as a pet.
Yeah, you get a... So suddenly... Okay, let me look at all of them really quick.
Gem.
Ooh.
Stop. Let the DM do it. We need the flavor.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
just telling
so...
you what the cards are.
Pork
And
Chop
key.
draws 3 cards. Immediately, bursting in through the door outside, a knight charges in full plate armor and bows down right in front of Pork Chop and says, "My lady, I've been searching for you. I've finally found you. I'm here to serve and pledge my oath to that of Pork Chop, cavalier of Lady Emar Elsinore." And then, at the same time, a pile of 25,000
Wait.
gold just appears around your feet. And on top of it, a glowing magic item from the key card. But it doesn't
Pork
really
Chop's
matter.
not gonna want to undo this.
Give me key. Oh, I want to keep it. He's so cute.
Honestly, that's like the best 3 combo you could have possibly got. Just pure good stuff.
Wait, so I could erase just one thing. So Pork Chop, if like Thazal, you don't mind having 3 less intelligence, I could just erase the thing Galaxia did.
I kind of do.
But then
Pork Chop
Galaxia's
investigation.
card would go back in the deck, and you'd have to redraw for Pork Chop because it's the chance.
Because
Wait,
once
does
you
the deck,
draw
the card not go back in?
No, cards don't. So the way that I'm doing this, cards don't go back in. But like, if you undo stuff, it rewinds and you'd be back where you were without the ability to stop it again.
So
Well, what's the magic item? I'm just curious.
Okay, sure.
What was the card and what was the magic item?
The card was key.
So you got a Knight Squire, a ton of gold.
How much
And-
gold is it?
25,000.
25,000.
Oh my god.
You already have
25K.
You have 2 of that.
You don't know that? You know what I got?
Where's the rarity?
I do not have to do that. Damn.
Damn near.
Sad.
Yeah, pork chop. Roll a D100 for me.
Ooh.
It's down here.
D20, D12, D100. Bro,
That was an insanely lucky 3-card combo.
that was kind of ridiculous. 22.
22. God. A ornate greatsword with wings on the pommel appear at the base of it. It is glowing an unearthly light, and it is a holy avenger.
What does that do?
I don't know, but it's cool.
It's the most broken paladin weapon in the
Holy
game.
Adventure? I'm just curious.
It's just
He's not gonna do it.
it's nonsense.
Chad's gonna fuck over
Wait,
Thazal.
I'm looking.
Like, intelligence.
Oh my god.
Suck.
It's a +3.
+3 when you hit a fiend or undead. Extra 2d10 damage.
Oh, okay.
Pupper.
Or input,
Hi.
light.
This is
You
Sky.
guys just get advantage on all saving throws?
Yes.
You all friendly creatures have advantage. on
That's
all
why it's
Within 30
broken.
feet? Within 30 feet, advantage on everything.
It's bullshit.
So, okay. We have
Wait, real
to.
quick, let's weigh this out real quick.
Alexia is literally dirt poor. Everything that she owned is gone. We have to undo this entire thing.
How am I supposed to stop the aliens without my trident?
I'm trying to think. With 25k gold, and if we pull together other resources, could we get Galaxia?
No.
No.
Not even close?
Nope.
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Armor, her weapons, like.
Her circlet,
My armor is
magic items, your
priceless.
potions, your...
I helped you guys kill a dragon for that. Also, she's really dumb now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Alright, yeah, that's alright.
the headband-
That's a nice thought.
the headband of intellect was a +10 for her.
How much gold is your 3 intelligence worth to you?
It's not
No,
mine.
but even if we erase Galaxia's, you'd have to redraw the 3.
Oh, that's right.
So you guys are all ignoring the knight who's just sitting there waiting for orders from Porkchop.
Oh, you, jump up and down.
Yes, my lady! He starts doing jumping jacks.
Oh, Chad,
Yo, what up?
What?
wrestle the knight.
Oh.
I want to see who wins.
Obviously, Chad.
I square up the knight. Who would win?
A feat of strength! Anything for my lady! Face me! Rapscallion! And he dives for you. Make a strength check, Chad.
Alright, do we have the thing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you have the link for it? Because the old one doesn't work.
Yeah, one sec.
Oh, that was. If it was anything else but destroy every magical item you have.
Would it calculate?
Probably.
He rolled a nat 20 on his strength check.
I can't even load in. I'll just do it on D&D Beyond. Yeah, I only got a 17.
+1.
Yeah.
Well, that's with my plus, because I have a +7. I got a 10.
No, yeah. He quickly managed to like duck around behind Chad and like knock one of your legs out from under you and pins Chad to the ground and says, "Huzzah! I have proven my valor. What next, my lady?"
Like, you have done well. Thank you for your service.
Ah!
Oh my. Thank you for your
You gotta
service,
stop that.
good sir.
Okay, undo, please. Undo all.
Do we want to, real quick, before we commit to the undo here, do we want to write down all these cards?
Yeah, I
She
did.
Well, you'll know, like, in your head what.
Oh, shoot.
She's-
That's going up. Oh, okay, good.
She's gonna have to.
Internet was not working.
She's gonna have to give the note to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I
we
mean,
could-
Cody will remember after all this what happened, what transpired.
Chad.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick. The thing isn't. Did we change the? Could you relink it? My thing's not loading.
Yeah, he sent it in Discord.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah. So, are you going further, or are you undoing?
Further into the
Do
rabbit
you
hole.
Do you want to go further into the rabbit hole and see what's there? Like,
Why
would
the-
that like real quick out of game? Would that help you, Christine?
I mean, I guess it would be interesting to know like what the options are, so when we decide to draw, we're like, okay, well, we're risking this against that,
Yeah.
right?
But we're not gonna be doing that because you don't draw from the deck of many. This is what happens. Galaxia's poor, I'm dumb, and you're rich. Like, we all know this is gonna happen.
All right, we'll leave the rest a mystery. We know some of the things in the deck.
That should be a quote.
Alright. So I will undo the first draw of the deck of many from Thizal.
So, when you were pressuring Thizal to do it because you had that card,
You decided not to pressure anybody to draw.
Mhm. All right.
Yeah.
So, Chad, as you all stand around there, Galaxia, surrounded by the ashes of all of her magic items, Pork Chop standing on a pile of gold with this overly enthusiastic knight and a ungodly powerful weapon that no player should ever have. And Thizal drooling, you speak these words aloud, and for a moment, you watch as like everyone's watching you say this, and the world around you kind of slows down and just stops, frozen in time for a second. And as you like glance around, Chad, you're the only one still moving. The light in the room just begins to like rapidly decline and turns to black into just void. All of a sudden, Chad, you find that you are standing on what appears to be a fine marble floor, in a inky black void all around you. You kind of look around, like, in confusion. And then, behind you, you hear a voice, deep and resonant, and it says, So, you had fun with my deck, huh?
I'm gonna turn around and be like, "Yep." I
You
did.
see, standing there, the familiar face of a hooded, cloaked individual with a white mask, the individual known as Archon, who you had received these points from when you fought with your friends in this space.
Shit.
He stands there, well, not standing, he's actually sitting on what looks like some kind of throne, and he's like casually sitting there, propping up one chin, looking down at you. He's quite large, probably the size of like a massive giant, if you can imagine. Looking down at you, just standing on the floor. He says, so you use that particular card to undo the other fun effects. Smart. But utterly pointless, ultimately, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you think, my lady? He looks over to the right, and you hear a thin, wispy voice emanate from the shadows. Kind of makes your skin crawl. It just says, I don't know. Should we let him do it? I don't really like this one. Do you look in that direction as well?
Yeah, I will.
You see an identical sort of throne made out of like black granite, and sitting atop it is this like old crone, just like hunchbacked, head partially obscured, and you just see from beneath like the hood that's partially obscuring the face is like this slack-jawed, like yellow-toothed mouth. And as she just kind of glowers in your direction, you feel the intensity of her gaze, and she kind of points a crooked finger at you, and just says, "He's too lucky for my likes." A third voice from behind you, opposite her, echoes out, also familiar. And this voice says, "No, he's right up my alley." And you turn and look in the third direction. You see atop a third throne, sort of at a triangular orientation, the familiar and jovial furred face of Ingvar, the Ephemeral, as he's currently like perched up there, also looking rather jolly up on his throne in a triangle with these other two entities. He smiles at you, Chad, and says, I've always had a liking to this one. And his friends. They're quite an entertaining lot, wouldn't you say, Archon? He says, definitely. I am amused by their use of my deck. I'm sorry to pull you both here at this short notice, but he made this request, and I just want to make sure we're all on board with it, if you know what I mean. And they all look at each other and kind of nod. Ingvar looks at you, Chad, and he says, I think it's fair. Just be careful. There's only so much luck in the world, you know. The other lady who's been sitting there, she says, and when it runs out for you, young champion, I'll be waiting. And Archon speaks up and says, well, it seems that you're okay with this then, Bashaba? And she says, yes, I'm fine with it. Tamara, any objections? Ingvar says, none here. Go ahead. Archon nods and he says, so be it. Be careful, Chad. Enjoy your chaos while you have it. And he waves his hand. With that, suddenly the entire room collapses into nothingness, and you find yourself back in the room, that frozen moment, standing in front of your friends. And then, out of your control, all of a sudden you feel yourself rewinding. The conversation you all had, rapidly speaking in backwards tongue, and you're the only one able to observe and be aware of this. And all of a sudden, all the gold disappears, the armor reappears. That's all blinks a few times, and he's fine. The guy bursts backwards through the door, and you're suddenly standing there with the deck in your hands, with the knowledge that you've used up the Fates card, and your friends are standing around you so, what happens?
So we stop with the deck, right? Because Chad can undo it?
No.
Oh, bros. Set the deck down. Let's go have a beer instead. I have a story to tell you.
Are you sure? I thought this all was gonna draw.
Chad,
No.
switch conversation.
So we've already lived this once before. I'll tell you what happens. Thazal becomes an idiot, or more of an idiot.
Wait, hold on.
Thazal will never draw from the deck ever again.
Big talks coming from someone with an 8 intelligence.
Galaxia becomes an idiot for another reason. She loses all of her magical items, and Porkchop becomes gets a squire, becomes rich, and gets a super powerful magical item.
Of course she does.
So,
Sounds about right.
Of course she does.
yep, she got one really cool. I was like, really didn't want to go back because she got a Holy Avenger, which is like the Paladin's perfect sword. But bro, I didn't want you to live without any magical items, and yeah, I wanted Thazal to be a bit more smarter.
Well, a bit more smarter.
Thanks, Chad. We learned our lesson, it looks like, guys.
We could have bought him a dictionary. Why did you have to go back?
I lost all my magic items, Porkchop.
Well, we
Yeah,
could
That's
I wanna go back
everything.
just before Galaxia leaves Thazal stupid.
Oh, Chad, when will you learn?
But it was good fun. I got to meet Ingvar and
The tattoo guy?
Archon and some other dude again when I rewound time.
Why was the
Yeah, I
tattoo
talked to
guy
him.
up there?
Yeah, the tattoo guy. He was chill, and I talked to him.
Chad, make a religion check.
A what check?
Religion check.
Oh yeah, sure. I should be okay at that. Yeah.
Why do you torture her?
He's fun. Yeah,
This poor dog is
8.
tortured.
8. Yeah, so you don't fully comprehend what happened there. You assume those were the Fates. But you recognize, at least from the conversation, the 3 names that were tossed out. Or only 2 of them, really. Timora and Bashaba are the gods of good and bad luck. Archon is this third entity who seemed to be responsible for the deck of many things, and the one that made you all fight for his entertainment and gave you those little tattoo luck points on your forearm. But beyond that, you don't really know of anything. You were surprised that it appeared that Timora took the appearance of Ingvar, but beyond that, you don't know.
So yeah, I relayed that. I'm like, so bros, it was good fun. I know you guys don't remember it, but I had a good time.
It's fun for you.
probably it was probably the safest bet, so we didn't screw up something timeline wise. I don't even know.
How did
So,
you?
Chad, you used the go back in the decision thing. We could have done something better with. Oh God.
Wait,
How is
how
that?
how did you physically separate pork chop from the gold long enough to undo it
Oh,
all?
I didn't.
We
I
had
just was like, snap my fingers and it was done.
She didn't make
Guys,
her
we
knight
had-
attack you.
a servant. He did attack. Technically, he did attack him.
Okay.
We
Well,
had a free servant
Yes, guys.
and 25,000
okay.
gold, and you just wanted your free
Can we
intelligence points.
roll
What
a
is this
character
shit?
for this?
Oh,
Right here.
that big pooch.
She thinks she's a lapdog.
She tries to be.
Can't believe your stupid 3 intelligence points were worth that much for you.
I mean, it was all of my armor
It wasn't my
and
intelligence,
my intelligence. Remember, I'm
Yeah, she
really
lost
done
way more
without
intelligence
this
from that.
tiara.
15 intelligence points technically.
Well,
Yeah.
bro, I always wondered what it would feel like to be intelligent.
You can. Do you want to try on the headband, Chad?
No, I'm good. I like to live in ignorance.
Okay.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss, man. You don't know how the grass is greener on the other side. You just stay on this side. The grass is perfectly green. Maybe it's better. Maybe living with intelligence is worse, man. You know, you just be happy. You've never been like me. Actually, maybe you have.
I mean,
You're
I-
not intelligent.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what
It's like over here.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Dude, who
So-
needs intelligence when you have scripture?
You used to
Such a heavy dog.
oh, big pooch. So what do you guys do for the rest of the evening, and then what are you doing going forward? You.
I guess we need to discuss.
So the tower on the place where the souls went.
Yeah.
Remember that we have to go there and talk to that guy. 'cause
But
he
where is
wants
it?
something from me.
What?
The last time I told you guys the what's his name?
The guy in the
Avogario.
lantern?
Avogario, yes.
Oh yeah, the
Is he
hot
doing
elf
anything to you
dude.
currently? Because I thought we fixed that. Like he sent some.
Well, he's gonna wig shit to me.
So what do you want to do? You want to go talk
Go
to him?
there and like see what he wants and stop him from fucking with me anymore.
But where is he?
It was a tower on the north of the other continent.
Ebria's a huge continent.
It was the north.
That's still a huge area. It's like saying, oh yeah, there's a tower somewhere in Canada.
No, like all the way north. Like the North
Okay,
Pole.
there's a tower somewhere in Siberia. Like,
The North Pole.
The
Yo,
north
bro,
the
bro,
North
bro,
Pole
bro,
is still huge.
Yo, bro, let's figure out what information we have right now. So we have like my black dragon dude with the fist of Hexor that we need to go kill. We have some alien army crap coming here.
Yeah, we got some
have
time.
We have the nightshades that we have to deal with, and then we also have your undead tower thing. And pork chop. Is there anything that you got all your crap? We resolved your stuff fast.
I'm chilling.
You're all good. You're just a free spirit stealing shit.
Your shit.
So, I guess, do we know any, like, concrete goals currently, like, exactly where we need to go? Because I don't know where the Black Dragon is. It's in some swamp somewhere.
I thought it was in the
We
abyss.
asked around.
Pork Chop knows where or is it Pork Chop or Galaxy that know where the 5 or 4 people are for the Nightshade?
Porkchop has the reverse engineered magic necklace that basically, when she pulls it out and focuses on it, tells her the location of the other 5 necklace wearers. You don't know who they are, but you assume it's probably important people.
Yeah.
And, I'm assuming at least one of them is back in the town we're not allowed in. I can't remember the name of it.
Crossword.
Take up so much room.
Hey, sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, so do you guys want to go to the abyss and kill a dragon? Does that sound like fun?
How are we gonna get there?
I vote we handle Tazal's psyche.
Yeah, because that like fuck us up at some very inopportune times.
Yeah, I figure with the
I'll
nightshades we can
go
kind of
for it.
let them come to us.
Yeah.
So, but
Get
like
any packages? I'll open them up.
we still need some more information on like where we should start looking.
Can you talk to him? Can you like call his name 3 times and turn around in a circle?
What?
You know-
Who are you talking about?
Your guy, your buddy, Your avocado. What's his name?
Avogario.
Avocado. Said. Can you ask?
Do they even have avocados in this world?
No.
I know from the vision of getting like whooshed to the north of Ebria.
But like,
But that's
coordinates?
again, it's like a huge region. Like, did you see any other landmarks? Like, were there mountains? Was there a beach?
Would I have remembered any kind of like useful information?
A history check.
Oh boy. No, bro, 11.
Not really. Dreams are abstract. The surroundings didn't matter as much as what you were focused on. But you do know more or less it is the northern edge of Ebria.
What if we cast Find the Path on our flying carpet? It came from his store,
Ooh.
right?
Yeah, well, it was in his store at one point.
Yeah, true.
Yo, bro, I think I have a good idea. How about we just start walking up north, and then maybe we'll run into something or
I
something.
mean, like a giant tower is pretty hard to miss if we're flying around.
Yeah, but
On that.
again, we're talking about an entire continent.
Yeah, bro, but we get up there, the closer we get, the more people probably know about it. We just go ask around, you just go be like, yo, bro, you know about this big-ass tower somewhere up north?
That's the right idea.
This is up north for us.
Giant tower's hard to miss. People are gonna know where it is. Like, let's.
Yeah.
If you're assuming that there are people there that live in the northern... There's not many people in the northern part of this continent.
Yo, bro, maybe we go find some polar bears, and then Pork Chop turns into a polar bear, goes "Wah, wah, wah, wah," and talks to the polar bear. And they're like, oh yeah, there's a giant tower over there. I don't know, is that how that works, Pork Chop? I never asked, because you can't really speak, like, normal. Do you speak animal?
I don't know. Can I communicate with other polar bears if I'm a polar bear?
I would say yes.
That's pretty cool.
Alright, there we go. Yo, did we find some penguins, some polar bears, maybe a few little snow rabbits or something? Maybe a hawk?
I just like... Because I am the one doing the teleporting, I would like to have a little bit better of an idea of where we're going, so I don't just teleport
Yo,
us
bro,
Fine.
but you can't mess this
into...
one up. The area is so large. Like, if you mess up, like, just get us up north, and you're like, oh, this is south. My bad, guys.
I think if we start.
Oh my god. But it's like... We're talking about the magnitude of like thousands of miles. It takes us...
Fine, Galaxia. Relax.
Galaxia's stress.
We start somewhere known.
You could
and
try-
We get north.
I don't know anything in Ebria except for Crystalia. and
Go
That's in the
learn.
south.
We probably go to Crystallia and get an airship to go north.
You're looking at
Why would we get an airship if I can teleport us?
All right, friends.
You
Let's
could
look
buy
at the
one.
map and pick the northern point of Ebria.
But then we might get into the ocean. Remember what happened when I tried to get us to Dokana?
Well, don't fuck up this time.
Yeah, just don't fuck up, bro.
Oh, just don't fuck up. They say, do you want to try to teleport us?
I mean, like, when we're underwater.
Where are we currently? Are we in Uthorum or are we over in?
Uthorum.
We're in Uthorum.
Okay.
So, like, this is a planet, right? So it's actually not that
It's
far.
actually flat. No, it's a planet.
Oh, it's a flat Earth.
No.
I didn't realize we were playing flat Earth.
Well, you have a map. You have a fairly detailed map of Ebria. I'll make it the
But
current.
we're close to the Gravitas Isles and stuff. Not close,
Let's
but
see.
like...
If you were going east from Uthorum across the ocean, you would hit the western shore of Ebria. But it's that's much longer to go that route than going west of Camoin to the eastern shore.
Okay. So I'm like, all right, are you sure we can't just like try to look and see if it's on any maps or like referenced in any books about the history of Ebria or something? Like, can we do that first?
Yeah, I don't have a token in the scene.
Oh, yeah. Duh. 1 sec. There.
It perhaps might be at the Blackstone Obelisk on this map.
Seems like a giant tower to me.
It seems like an interesting place to start.
I still don't have vision.
Who does have vision?
You.
I looked
I
up.
do not.
Everyone should have vision.
Nobody has vision, Nick.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Token
wait, the
vision.
Blackstone Obelisk, that's like a big tower-ish thing.
Right?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's not on this map. Oh, there it is. It's just in a different spot. Blackstone Obelisk. That's gotta be that. Let's go there.
Yeah, that sounds like a friendly place. I bet they have a nice, welcoming squad.
Yeah, right. We'll ask around.
So if we start in...
Have some beers. With avocado.
Where were we before? The...
Crystalia?
What's the farthest north we've been here?
Xinjiang.
Xinjiang, we get an airship from Xinjiang
They don't. Do they
or
have airships there?
Crystalia. Probably the same thing, and go north.
It's only 1,500 miles.
It would take a week.
Hey,
That would take
Galactica,
more than a
how hard is
week.
it to teleport us using the map?
That would. Yeah, it would take more than a week to get there in an airship. That would take like a month, right?
Oh.
Because it took us like a week to get from. No.
Crystalia to Xinjiang. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can look at a map. I just like what I'm saying is I want to try to see if we can find any information about a tower in the north of Ebria, just so
Let's
that
go to the library then.
yeah, because there's like hundreds of miles of shore, thousands. How much shore is there?
Yeah, it was like 1,000 miles.
It's gotta be the Blackstone Obelisk.
But do we see that on a
Yeah,
map?
it looks like,
Where-
that
well,
map
okay,
actually looks
I'm
like it
trying-
had the Eye of Sauron in it.
Yes.
We see it on the
Well,
map.
we see it on this map. I'm trying not to metagame. Do we see it on a map in
I would
game?
say if you go to a library and find a very well drawn and comprehensive map, you will find a mark that references a thing called Blackstone Obelisk on the far northern edge of.
Great. That's all I
Ebria.
wanted to know. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can find any references to Blackstone Obelisk anywhere, so I don't just teleport us into like, I don't know, a demon pit or something.
Sure.
Blackstone
real
Obelisk
quick.
sounds
That's fair.
real messy.
We should prep for some cold weather while she's doing
Yeah.
that.
You all have like rings of warmth and shit. I have a coat.
And the
Yo, we'll have to get you a really nice coat.
Yeah. I have a good con, but I could
Yeah.
use.
Well, Thazal,
Pros.
so Thazal, I have my dragon scale mail because it's from a white dragon, protects me from cold damage. It does, right?
Yeah.
It gives me cold
Determine that.
resistance. I'm just double checking before I give you my. Do you want my boots of the Winterlands?
Those do the same thing.
You have resistance to cold damage, yeah.
Yeah. I'll. Are those attunement?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm attuned
mean,
to too many items right now.
Yeah. Better that than nothing, right? So.
I think I was previously using those, so I have nothing.
Oh wait, I thought you had the Ring of Warmth. Oh wait, no, that was Chad's.
No, that's Chad.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna ask little bro. I'm like, how does cold affect you, bro? Like,
He says, doesn't bother me one bit, bro.
nice. Give him a fist bump. I'm
Fist
like,
bump back.
we're getting ready to go on an adventure, bro. You need anything?
No. No, I don't need anything, bro. I'm just ready
Yeah,
to.
let's get a sick workout in beforehand.
Let's do
real
it.
Quick while they're figuring out that.
Well,
Make it
yeah,
happen.
I was gonna say, actually, I'm not sure. Porkchop, did you have them in your inventory?
No.
Okay. Because I don't remember if I...
Greatest workout.
Was that a crit?
Yeah.
That was a nat 20 workout.
Nice.
33 workout.
You go down into the basement and work out with little bro. You have had like so much rest and I don't know, just your experiences recently. You just really channel that into your workout and try and get ready for the upcoming adventure. You crush it, set a new PR for yourself. What's your strength right now?
Without the gauntlets. Let me see. 22 without the gauntlets.
Okay, it's 23 now.
Hell yeah.
Shouldn't.
Just fucking
Chad without any magic items is me with the bracers of like frost giant strength
Yeah,
or
right.
something.
I mean, he has the strength tattoo. He works out all the time.
It's
Practice.
normally you can't boost beyond the 20 for like a stat just from like feats and whatnot, unless it says so.
But
But
that would be at 22 for me without any other magical modifiers.
right,
Tattoo of frost or the tattoo of strength pushes me to 23.
yeah.
So would this be the max?
No. So I'm just saying like this. What is your base?
23. Oh, base 22 without any, like,
Yeah.
if I got rid of the tattoo.
Yeah, so this buffs you to 23 base.
Oh, 23 base.
Did he?
Whatever your
he go
base is
up?
without, yeah.
And
Okay.
then tattoo, and then plus bracers.
Well, the bracers is just set, so like this doesn't. I
Yeah.
had a 24 strength
Right. It's just
without any, or 24 strength without the bracers. The bracers raised me to 25.
Oh my god, so it's like nothing at this point.
Wait, is it even worth wearing? No, it's not even worth wearing anymore. It doesn't give me any like, unless I somehow lose strength, I still have a +7.
right.
Can I have them? They would give me another +1.
Yeah, bro. Here you go.
So-
Wait, are these the bracers of ogre strength or what are they?
No, these are the bracers of fire giant strength.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you can swap them out for
fire
the.
giant, they give me it's an equivalent of a +1 modifier for me now,
True.
and
I mean,
it doesn't even like push me over.
Yeah, if Thazal could take it, that would help with his melee attacks.
Well, +1 for you, that's pretty good, because it's a +7, as opposed to a +6.
No, I have a +7, and with these I have a +7. It's literally just 1 on the base.
Oh,
So
oh
it
shit.
doesn't make sense for me to attune to these if it's going to benefit you.
I'll take them then.
Alright, so I will remove them, just belt of fire giant strength.
Yeah.
Does little bro, like, is he getting more ripped as we go?
Oh yeah.
Just
No,
like-
little bro. Like it's kind of up to him how he decides to portray his rippedness. But for the most part,
Yeah.
he stays pretty like trim and slim. But you sense and you see how much he's lifting. He's definitely getting stronger and being more tight in his form. You know.
Yeah, getting that nice, perfect form in there.
Nice. +13, +7 to my strength. Thanks, Chad.
You're technically stronger than me, though, because you have 1 more point with the bracers.
Do you want the bracers of frost giant strength? Because they're.
Would that lower my strength, actually?
It wouldn't have any effect whatsoever.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, just to like have or sell or something?
I
No?
don't care, bro.
Alright. Galactus,
I mean, do you have any extra items?
Strong.
Yeah, I can't really attune to them though.
Oh.
What extra items do you have that you can't attune to?
Me, just the boots.
Oh, that's the only one you have that you aren't attuned to?
Yeah, the other ones are my dragon scale mail, my trident, and my headband.
Really?
What about
Like,
pork chop?
what is
Pork
it?
chop, what have you been hoarding?
Oh, she's got tons of shit.
I got shit, man.
You don't want to. That list is too long. I actually even have a ton of shit.
So what are you guys doing?
Well, fine. I can try to teleport us to the Blackstone Obelisk.
After
So-
we look at what it is.
So you go to the library and use some reading. Make an investigation check.
Investigation.
I'll go pick up some magical cold resistance while Galaxia's
Ooh,
reading.
that's a 22.
22. You read through several like atlases and look at maps and read some old accounts. There's really not much information about it, just that it's like a very, very old, and from what few adventurers have ever gone that far north have said of it, is that it's just like a cold, dead place, and the obelisk seems to be basically completely empty or abandoned. It's impenetrable. The few that have tried to like, they say that like some of the expeditions that went there to actually try and like explore it never came back.
Well,
So-
shit.
The few adventurers that have gone that far, seen it and come back without trying to touch it or get close to it, just say like it's big, it's old, it's scary. We don't mess with it.
Well, I report this to the rest of the group. I'm like, well, great news, guys. The area is cold and dead. People don't come back when they go investigate it, and yeah, it sounds real spooky. This is perfect for for Halloween. It's the first day of Halloween, and
Spooky.
so we have
It sounds like every place we've ever explored.
yeah.
It's cold, no one comes back. That's our MO.
We've always come back though, so
You have
Good
100%
track record. Except for Chad.
well, except for Chad. Chad dies sometimes.
That
Chad,
doesn't always come back.
please don't die this time.
He's gotten smarter.
Real
Has
quick,
he, though?
guys, I mean, in game, no. But maybe wiser. He's Chad the Wise, not Chad the Smart. So do we real quick want to try and find, maybe go to Nomiopolis and get like something for cold weather for Pork Chop or Thizal?
I thought
think that'll be
Well, I'm
really
good.
important.
I thought you were gonna
Yeah,
go
I
get
wanna go-
cold resistant clothing.
And then maybe even we get something that fixes a food situation. Well, I mean, I can just summon food.
Yeah, give me your underwear.
Oh, wow, Pork Chop. I mean, take me to dinner first, but
You know what I mean?
they're fire resistance. They're not cold
You
resistance.
can
they
flip them around, remember, in
They're
their
in
cold
cold.
resistance?
Oh, that's right. Sure. I guess I don't need them. You're a little smaller than me. Galaxy like sizes her up. You might have to roll the sleeves. Okay, I'll give her my. It's only 25%.
Yeah, so it will give you 25%
But
cold
you've got
damage
fur,
reduction, but
right?
it doesn't keep you warm.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I want
Is that what my-
Item to keep
Armor
this
does?
Well,
normal.
let's
What's
just
my
quickly check and see
You
how
with
much like a
with
cold
like
resistant
under
item.
armor, you're good.
Let's go shopping in Nomiopolis and try to see if we can find everything on cold resistance.
Wouldn't Thorum be better?
I was gonna say, is there a reason we would go to Nomiopolis over Uthorum? Because
Or
Uthorum
Uthorum.
has like the magical tailor and everything.
Make a investigation check. Whoever's shopping for cold stuff.
Me.
20?
Unnatural 20.
Nice. Yeah, you spend a day shopping around. You do find one place has on sale a potion of cold resistance, and another place has a ring of warmth.
Whoa, how much is for the Ring of Warmth?
Let me check.
Oh yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, real quick, I'm just reading my thing. Am I still missing my pinky, ring, and middle fingers for my left hand?
Though those were regenerated by Galaxia some time ago.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Gotcha. I thought so. I just saw it in my thing, and I wanted to make sure before I removed it.
Come on. Yeah. They're selling it for 1,800.
Why are you chewing on my armhole?
Can I play the Cavalier card with my best greasy salesman tone?
Make a persuasion check.
30.
What is your counter offer?
So they offered 1,800.
Yes.
1,000.
They look you up and down twice, recognizing your status and the service you rendered to their city. They think about it and they say 1,200?
I'm like, I can give you 1,100 final offer.
Very well. Only such a excellent deal for someone of such status, and they slide across the ring to you. 1,100.
Nice. Oh,
And-
did you guys add your 500 from the stuff I
You
sold?
do have two of
No.
that fire.
Add 500
2 of what? Rings of Warm?
Oh wait, we get 500?
from the stuff I sold for the party.
Aw, thank you. Thank you for being honest, Pork Chop. Well, at least I think you're being honest.
Zone
Give
of
her, give her
Truth.
the credit.
I want Pork Chop to say that again.
Zone of Truth, 500 for the stuff I sold for the party.
And did you remember all the stuff that was actually acquired by the party?
I mean, to the best of my knowledge, yeah. Like out of game, we might have missed something, but like, yeah.
Alright.
Or yeah.
I trust Christine. I don't trust Pork Chop.
I tallied it up for her.
Yeah.
All right.
I should be on.
So you get a ring of warmth.
Nice. Ring of warmth for me. All right, I'm ready to go.
So who has the rings of warmth? Thazal and Pork Chop, or Chad and Pork Chop, and then
Yeah.
Thazal's got boots,
Got them.
and then Glacia's got her armor. All right.
We are decked out.
We're ready.
Is there anything else we need to survive up north, guys?
I mean,
I have so many magic items.
lot of
Jesus
prayer?
Christ.
I think we'll be fine. Maybe we should get some food to go. I mean, Chad, I know that you can summon a feast, but like, maybe we should just get some rations.
I still have rations. I
I
don't
think
know.
that would be rational.
But we got like 200 rations at the beginning of the game.
Oh, that's right.
I think we have 500.
That's it.
So good.
Have we gone through those? I mean, they're non-perishable.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really like.
They're
roughed
pretty
it
bad.
A couple days.
It wouldn't
Maybe
kill
we should
you?
just get a couple more. We have the money. Back then, we didn't have the money, so we had to steal it. Now we have the money.
Oh, but Chad can create food.
But it's bland, and we have to have bowls to put
I
it in.
can spice it. I've got the magic spice pouch.
Does that work on magic food?
Sure.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick up like 20 rations.
Okay, yeah. Porkchop and Galaxia are gonna go pick up some food, and they don't have to eat any if they don't want to.
All right. So you guys
I'm
go
just gonna
shopping.
Buy a mess kit. Is that a thing here that I can buy?
Yeah,
Should be like
easy.
an adventures.
2 gold. You get some
Oh.
forks and knives and like a couple replacement napkins.
Have we or without forks?
What are you trying to buy for food?
Well, where is there to go? Is there like a market or like a
well, you would
grocery
know.
store?
There are a variety of options. There is not much in the way of like good long-term non-perishable food in Uthorum.
Yeah, sure.
But there is plenty of shopping. You can get pretty much anything you think of in terms of food or like fresh fish or baked goods. It's all out there.
I would like to get a couple fresh fish,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast Gentle Repose on them so that they don't decay, and then we can just eat them as we want.
Nice.
And I will also get some like dried fruit and nuts.
Yeah.
I know they won't last forever, but they should last us a week
They'll last
or two.
you a week
Yeah.
for sure.
And I'll
And
get
bread
enough. Huh?
Bread and cheese.
Sure, I will get a loaf of bread for the trip there
I'll
and
do
some
Yes,
cheese.
some lovely crusty elven bread and fresh.
Oh, speaking of cheese, should we try to sell that cheese in Uthorum?
I thought you sold it.
I thought you sold it too.
Oh, maybe I did.
Yeah, you sold that
Ooh.
magic
This
cheese
reminds
wheel.
me I have cheese at home in my fridge.
Looking forward to that cheese.
Yes, I am. I will get enough for the whole party, but when I get
Alright.
back to the mansion, I'm gonna pretend like I only got enough for me and Porkchop because
10 gold.
the boys were gonna eat Chad's feast.
Dude, my thing feeds like a lot of people.
It's like 40 pounds of
I
food, right?
know. You
So
and
our-
Zal can eat it all. But doesn't it disappear after 24 hours?
Yeah.
It's like not real food. Okay, 10 gold you said?
Yeah.
Great. And yes, I will just carry in my sack some
Yep, 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
gently reposed fish.
Nice.
Feeds
Preserved
15
fish.
people for a day.
I don't expect this to work, but can I try to use the crystal ball of scrying on avocado?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll for it.
What do I roll?
Oh, actually, he makes a save. So he rolls for it. You don't have to roll. You only know him because you once went into the store with this all like one time. You try and scry on him. It does not work.
I didn't think
Wait.
so.
That carpet used to be his.
It's true. Maybe.
Use that.
Use it as a focus.
Yeah, you try to. Doesn't work.
Worth the shot.
Oh, he's gonna come for you in your dreams now.
All right, let's go.
Maybe Thazal should do it because his link with him's stronger.
You want to try?
Sounds like a good idea. Doesn't work.
I figure he's like,
Well, you failed,
Protected.
so he can't be.
Oh, he probably has. There's magical items that stop you from being scryed upon.
yeah, and he has all the magical items.
Or if he's like a magical being, he can probably see that he's being scryed on and choose to not be scryed.
Except for that one can't be.
Oh.
I think that one stops that. Oh no, it's just true seeing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So after collecting food and getting ready, you guys prepare for the journey to the north of Ebria. You feel like you have enough tasty food and basic food to keep you going for at least a week, maybe more. You've got a good rest. You're all full on your spells.
Galaxia spends the evening before going to sleep just poring over the maps and triangulating and trying to avoid teleporting us into the ocean.
Right. You did this process before when you teleported to the jungle and tried to triangulate that location. You feel fairly confident you could do it again. So you wake up the next morning. It's the 20th of the month, and are you ready to go?
I believe.
Anything else left to do?
I got everything from Obelisk.
Yes, by now they would have completed all those errors that you requested if you paid for them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't. Was there any discount at the time?
No, neither up nor down. It was a little bit of a rush job, but they also are grateful for the business, so they don't charge you more either way.
All right, 5 gold then.
I did want to quickly check because I noticed my armor says a diamond worth 300 gold pieces, but I wanted one that was worth 5 for Raised Dead.
That's fine.
Is there a way?
Yeah.
I don't know if something lost in translation there, but would I have to pay a bit extra? Was there?
Yeah, just pay 200 gold for the difference to make sure you get that. That's fine though. All right, Galaxia. You get your party together in the center of your mansion, and you cast Word of Recall to go to the Astral Sea, and then Plane Shift to attempt to go to the Blackstone Obelisk.
Yep.
Roll a Arcana check for me.
All right. Oh, not great. Sorry, guys.
No.
I thought I was supposed to roll a D100 for that. That's what I
Well,
rolled to go to Dracona.
I could just multiply by 5. So you focus and plane shift out of the monastery to the northern edge of Ebria, or so you think.
Okay.
As you all land on your feet, you land on what feels like kind of loose sliding shale. And as you all land and kind of get your balance, you do kind of jostle a bit. You're standing on what looks like a really large cliff, actually. This cliff stretches in both directions, left and right, as far as the eye can see, and has a massive drop, probably quarter mile, down to a gargantuan plain that stretches on into the distance ahead of you. Looking back away from the edge of the cliff, you just see this sprawling sort of shale and crushed pebble field with like sparse pine trees scattered throughout it. It's very cold. It's probably about 15 degrees. You immediately feel it and are grateful for your various magical protections. And yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere.
That's all. You want to fly up and see if you can see a giant tower?
I mean, I can do that. I'm gonna fly up.
Galaxia just floats up into the air and flies straight up above you all.
What's the weather like?
It's overcast. It's not like particularly windy or anything. It's just kind of like quiet and very chilly. So you fly up 100 feet, 200 feet, and just try to get a lay of the land. Make a perception check.
15.
As you glance around, looking both up and down and around, the only thing that catches your interest is in the distance, the very, very farthest edge of your vision, you see a waterfall, a massive waterfall cascading over the edge of this mega cliff and crashing down into a thin river that snakes its way north into the distance out of your line of sight.
Can I place it on any of the maps that I looked at?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
What's your passive insight?
20.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, your passive insight is 21. 21?
It went up when I leveled.
Goddamn. Yeah, no, you basically place yourself on this map approximately here.
Oh my god, I thought you were going to put us down on the southern part.
You recognize this river waterfall cascading down here and going off that direction.
Okay.
That's your insight.
Okay, so I'm like, I come back to the group and I'm like, so I have good news and bad news. And the bad news is, we're like a couple 100 miles away. But the good news is, it's just like up the river.
Okay.
So
alright, let's follow the Yellow Brick Road.
we can get there. It just might take some time.
What's off the carpet?
Real quick, I'm gonna summon Brors.
All right.
Oh, it's been a while.
Broris appears and neighs He headbutts your fist bump. He's looking good, looking tight, strong.
Nice, bro. Looks like you've been getting some work.
Oh
Keep
yeah,
going.
yeah. I've just been doing that in the realm of Hieronius, bro. Where to next?
We're off to some obelisk. By the way, yeah, you've met little bro.
Oh yeah, no, we're bros, and he fist bumps and headbutts back.
You want to ride up here, little bro?
Sure, bro. And he climbs on the back of Roar's.
All right, let's go.
Can I pork chop you on the carpet?
Mm-hmm.
All right, me and pork chop on the carpet.
And Galaxia can fly.
I will fly.
You're on the top of a 1/4-mile tall cliff.
Well, I'm just gonna fly down.
Okay. The
But-
Zolan pork chop can fly down.
What's
Yeah.
Chad
Pass
gonna do?
Featherfall on us, on Brors, and then I'll just ride Brors down.
Ride Roar's off the cliff. It just floats.
Yeah.
Fucked up, man.
Can you guys levitate or something?
I mean, I can cast levitate, but I only have 3 of those spells per day.
Hmm.
So, like, not great.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to camp probably anyways. It's gonna take us like a couple days to get there.
Alright, I'll levitate
How
Bruce
far-
down.
How far?
He's used to it.
Measure it.
150 miles,
It's a few days.
30 feet. What is that? Like 5 days?
Oh, what's our calculation? 30 feet per second to miles per hour is 20 miles an hour. If you go for a 12-hour day, that's 120 miles.
Oh,
You said to walk 20 miles an hour.
what? No.
No, that's like top
That's-
speed.
30 feet per second, not per round.
Sorry.
Second.
Yeah, it's
You're
6.
not. Pork chop
Sorry.
might be able to go that fast.
That's 5 feet per second.
Casual, like, walking pace.
3.5 miles an hour. So I take that all back. So 10 hours, you can go 35 miles.
Ooh, so
That
it'll
sounds
take
about
us
right.
5 days. About.
At carpet flying speed, yes.
But I don't know, can Brors move that fast in this terrain?
Yeah, it's actually not that like snowy. There is a thin coating of snow on the ground, but you get the sense there's not like really that much precipitation here. It's more so just like cold and barren.
Gotcha.
Therefore, the name of the Barrens.
Cool.
Yes, pork chop.
Keep going.
Good old Bruce down.
All right, you levitate Brors with little bro on his back all the way down to the base. You guys slowly descend. Chad comes with on the carpet just to make things easy. And you all get to the bottom without much effort. Galaxia effortlessly floating down with the winds holding her aloft.
She could have just carried Bruce.
Where's my
I could have carried him? I can't carry Boris.
Can't carry
Hey,
anyone.
Brors is pretty thick.
carpet
Well, actually,
flying?
is pretty strong.
I'm not that strong. My strength is
Chad can carry
my
Brors.
strength is a
Galaxia.
14.
Can Chad carry Bruce?
So the carpet's actually pretty quick. It's pork chop speed almost at 40 feet per round.
Oh, it's 40 feet. Okay.
Okay, so Galaxia's lagging a little behind then. Well, is it 40? But that depends on how many people are on it, right?
Yeah. Well, it's 40 for 2 people. I think it gets overburdened at like 4.
And pork chop, we're both pretty light, so it's still full speed. If Chad jumps on, then it slows down to like 30, I think.
Yeah,
So you can
I was
go
gonna say, Chad,
45 miles a day, I'll say, if you're going at 40 feet per second, feet per round.
Yeah,
All right.
do that.
Start
We
chugging
got
along.
pork chop's portable pavilion.
Right.
Say that 5 times fast.
Question. While we're hanging out on the carpet and like chilling for days on end, can I put in some hours on my fireball arrows?
Yes, you may tinker. I'll say you get less progress than you would normally because you're on the back of a flying carpet in the middle of the northern edges of the continent.
Possible.
But how many hours are you trying to dedicate to that during those like next couple days?
I mean, I figure like all of the flying time.
So like 10 hours a day.
So I'll say you can get up to 6 hours a day in these conditions if you want to.
So it's like what? 18 hours?
Over
Or,
3
sorry,
days.
15 hours?
Yeah.
3
So
days?
and you guys go at this pace, and the first day you spend just slowly making your way, Galaxia kind of casually flying, and the wind and the cold does get to you all. The ring of warmth and other magical protections you have do get rid of the brunt of it, but it is pretty bleary and like overall just kind of tiresome. Yeah.
With the Boots of the Winterland, it says, where is it? There it is. If you also have heavy clothes, which I have my cloak, you can tolerate temperatures as low as negative 100 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That's obscene.
That's
It is obscene.
I mean, you can tolerate it, but it still like hurts your face.
Cold.
Yeah, but it's not negative 100 degrees. It's like negative 10.
I would say at negative 100 degrees, you die, though. Like, just because...
Your
like,
body would not freeze,
Yeah.
but you would be dead.
negative 99, you're like, this really sucks, but I'm still alive. Yeah. Anyway,
Contact with disadvantage.
so the first day comes and goes. You eventually stop and make camp for the night. You get 6 hours from that day, Porkchop. And you park... you put down Porkchop's portable pavilion, maybe like a mile away from the edge of the river on the western edge, just out in the middle of this open, like brackish, gray, rocky plain. There's like nothing here. Just as far as the eye can see, like some boulders and some like rolling hills, but nothing. It's very, very empty and desolate. But you all get a long rest for that day. And you keep going.
And I'll cast my food spell.
All right. Chad casts food spell.
And I will eat some of the fish and nuts and bread.
The hell out of it. I'm just like Salt Bay with the spice.
It's like gross. It's so spicy.
It's like the cheap, really cheap microwave food that you could like microwave meal, but then you just put on some like high quality garam masala on top of it and call it a day and hope that that's like enough. It's
exactly.
It's improved, but it's not great. But still, it'll service.
Con saves.
I offer Porkchop some of the fish and bread and cheese.
Ah, yes. Thank you so much.
Much more fresh and delicious.
I also pull out a little flask of wine.
Would you want some spices on that?
Spice wine.
You have to prepare the fish.
I do.
Yes.
Well, I assume that I got the fish like at the butcher, like.
Well, yeah, you gotta cook it, or
But
you
I gotta
can eat
cook
it raw.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna eat it raw. We'll make a little fire.
Okay. Yeah, so inside of the little log cabin that is Porkchop's portable pavilion, you comfortably cook your meal and eat it and rest well. You all wake up refreshed and continue on the next day, pushing north as long as you can. The hours pass. Porkchop, you get another 6 hours of work on your fireball arrows in the second day, and it's pretty just mind-numbing. Anything in particular you guys talk about or think about as you go?
Yo, bro, what if this is the wrong place?
Well, it'll be an adventure nonetheless, but it's the only tower on the north of the continent, which is where I'm pretty sure this place is supposed to be.
I mean,
what are we gonna do when we get there? I'm gonna like talk to this guy. He's gonna want something, and then we're gonna go on an adventure.
well, that's kind of like what I'm wondering. It's like, what is your plan? What if he just wants to kill you?
Can we kill him?
Not let that happen.
I mean, he's kind of like a god, right?
I don't think so. Plus, that wouldn't be entertaining for him. So I don't think he's incentivized to just like smite.
I thought Ragnadod was the one who likes entertainment. Does this guy too? Do you just like? Are you just super entertaining and I've never seen it?
Oh, savage!
It's entertainment.
You should have been there for when I was in the Feywild. Super entertaining. I did all the entertaining. I had the best entertainment.
Oh, stop.
Oh, stop, please.
Too soon.
But with this place, we're just gonna like talk to him, see what he wants, and try to negotiate some not putting things in my head.
Okay, sure. About that though, question: does negotiating typically work with demigods who collect people's souls?
I don't know about the second part, but yes.
Open-ended question. What are his motives? Like, what do you know about him?
He likes collecting souls, apparently.
Yeah, that's my yeah.
He's probably gonna have me try to do something stupid, and I'm gonna have to talk my way out of it, and we'll wind up on some crazy adventure.
I guess in any of your conversations with him, have you gotten anything that he wants apart from souls? Like, what are his, like, what, you know?
Like, why should he not just kill you immediately and collect your soul? And all of ours?
Opportunity cost.
What opportunity? What is your benefit to him?
I can collect more souls, which I'm not going to do.
But wait, but he knows you're not going to collect more souls because you destroyed both of the vessels for collecting souls.
The score, and we're just gonna like, you know, make sure that we're cool, and we're not gonna like be putting undead things in each other's heads, and
I'm just like, that's all. I don't think you could settle the score if you destroyed a bunch of the souls that you collected for him and are not giving him anything in return.
it was collected early. He wanted that thing there for a lot longer for some reason.
But what about the other souls that you collected? Didn't you have a lantern? Remember you smashed it and sent us into the astral sea?
Yeah, so that was a pocket dimension collapsing.
But weren't there souls there? Wasn't that?
They got sent to. They were collected.
Oh, yeah, they weren't freed, they were collected.
Well, they were like sent off to where they were gonna go.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
There were, if that's all you recall, there were a few that you had not spent that were present in the lantern when you destroyed it, and you suspect that those were the individuals that were tormenting you shortly afterward in your dreams.
Interesting.
But most of the ones that ended up in your vessel were gone and seem to have been collected.
Right. I just, if I was a demigod, and like you'd failed
as you fly
me that
over
miserably,
the planet's surface with lightning at your fingertips.
I wouldn't want to just like settle the score.
I'll be right back.
I don't know. Like, I feel like you got to come up with something you can bargain with.
Yeah, I agree.
I can give him magic items for other people to spend on with souls.
That's not a bad idea. He collects those, right? And then he sells them to other people. Or we can try to kill him because he does collect souls, and that's like a bad thing.
That's a bad idea. I vaguely toyed with the idea of trying to kill Ragnadod. Bad idea. Just not
fair.
What you want to do.
But we're all like basically demigods now.
That's
so
true.
You're the demigod of speed.
Oh my gosh. We're getting a little too cocky. Nick's just gonna like destroy us.
Slap us down now.
Especially after the dungeon crawl, and we're all like,
relax there, Hermes.
We're cocky ass.
Yes.
So here's the thing. If you want to lie to someone, you gotta find out what makes them tick.
I'm not trying to lie to him actively. I want to see make sure that we're like cool and that he's not gonna keep attacking my brain with undead
You ate them all?
We learned you're not cool.
I didn't even get any.
Right, but I want to be cool by like selling him items.
Probably
I thought we got them together.
It's like, okay, agree to go gather souls for me.
And I'm gonna be like, nah, how about I give you magic items so that you can have other people buy a ton of souls.
Do you think Chad's gonna be okay with that?
Well, if it's
Maybe
like,
I'll eat
you
some
know,
of those.
gets them off our back, my brain.
I feel like Chad's gonna want to like solve the scenario.
Yeah, I still eat some of those. That's fine.
Not in a violent manner, like no more souls get stolen manner.
Yeah, I haven't thought about Chad. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be like, oh yeah, that's fine, sell the dude your magic items so that he can go collect more souls. Like, that's not gonna fly over.
Galaxium, maybe we need to go home.
Halfway there.
Oh, well, no, I already got us here. We're not going home.
Well, no, you don't understand. I didn't think about Chad.
Are you chickening out?
No.
I didn't think about Chad being not okay with the whole soul buying thing and like attacking the guy on sight.
Well,
that would be sad.
Okay, but Chad has some like weird. His morals are a little weird because even if a guy, no, yes they are, because remember when we were like, we need to kill Gunderson because he's a terrible person. He was like, well, you don't just kill one person because you're still killing them. You don't kill one person because they do terrible things. So I don't know that he would necessarily be for killing this guy.
Oh, that's fair. That's true. He did say
anyone's redeemable.
Gunderson was redeemable. Maybe this guy is too. I don't know. I don't know much about him.
Chad! Oh, Chad, you're awake. Good.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah, bro. Sorry about that. I was taking
Ooh,
a quick
that's
nap.
cold.
Yeah.
So we're deciding
So we're talking about a game plan.
What to do?
And, Chad, you aren't feeling, vengeance towards the guy that sells souls when we see him?
Right? You're fine with him? We're chill?
Are we chill? I don't think chill is the right word for it.
Okay, glad
but you're
to
not
meet
gonna-
you.
But you're not gonna like rush him on sight.
No, I'm gonna give him a stern talking to.
See, that's what I told you you'd do.
Yeah, Galactic, we need to go home. I didn't think about this. This is something I gotta do by myself.
Note the Zalt.
This is a solo adventure.
In the words of Chad, we're your bros, and we already got out here, and we already spent one night in the cold. So we're gonna see this thing through.
I mean, that might not be the best idea. Chad's gonna, suka bliet rush B.
No, he's
And-
not. He said he's gonna
Yo,
give
bro.
him a stern talking to, so I can kill him.
And I'm gonna tell him about why what he's doing is wrong. And then we're gonna see where it goes from there, bro. I'm just gonna let him know.
Real well.
He's gonna cease and assist his actions. And he's
I
gonna
don't think so.
no longer collect people's souls.
I think
you
your soul, and then
the
continue.
innate goodness in his heart's gonna come out. Or
We've-
his heart's gonna come out.
We've
Too.
rescued Chad's soul once before. We can do it again.
We need to go home, Galactica, right now.
Face your fears, my friend. Buck up.
My fear is Chad dying again.
That's not a problem. It hasn't been in the past.
It will be. It's gonna be a problem.
He can die again. He can handle one more.
What? He just gets the frequent visitor card in the afterlife.
This is the death you come back from.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
I figure we're just having this conversation as we walk.
Yes, this is all part of the conversation. as
Make
you have
camp
it.
for the next
Bro,
night.
Like, I don't know. Do you think it's righteous and just to leave him there collecting souls?
No, that's not
You
what
know
we're
how
gonna
many
do.
Untold suffering. Yeah, I know. We're not gonna leave him there. I'm glad we're on the same page.
I think you're there. I think you've got 65.
But like, at the end of the day, it is the Zal's battle.
This is a bundle. Oh.
No,
We can just provide support.
bros go in this together.
Hey Nick,
Yeah.
you have the fireball arrows listed at 65 hours for the lot for 5,
I think so.
and 500 gold per arrow, or per lot.
What's the pricing on my spreadsheet that I...
It is 1,000 gold total
For a bundle of...
for a bundle of 5 arrows.
Yeah, so I was saying 500 for the lot because you're crafting them yourself.
Gotcha.
So 65 hours and 500 per 5 arrows.
For 5
Yes,
arrows, yeah.
so 100
Per
each.
lot.
Got it.
A lot is 5 arrows.
I had written down wrong.
Yeah. So I think you have it. 39 and 16 is
50.
57.
Yeah, not quite. Anyways.
All right.
50,
How much do a sell for?
55. A lot, probably.
Depends on the buyer.
Because I was about to say that seems like a pretty reasonable business model.
Oh, don't worry, I got.
Yeah, selling to me.
Uh huh.
So, second night comes. You rest once again and dig into what remains of Galaxia's food stores and spice your magic food. Rest and wake up again the next morning. In the morning light, you notice that your camp is near a cluster of really tall and jagged rocks that kind of erupt out of this otherwise flat and featureless plain.
Wait.
Do the rocks look alive?
Were they there last night?
It was just dark. You didn't really see them. Yeah, they're not moving. They're just rocks, looks like.
Oh god, weeping angels, run.
What?
That's an old reference. Do we should just pass
Yo, bro,
them?
it's just rocks.
Yeah, they're just rocks.
Were they there last night?
I mean, it was dark.
They belong there.
I'm gonna fly up and look at the rocks from the top.
Okay, you fly up in the air and fly way up and look down at the rocks. Make a nature medicine check for me.
A medicine check.
There were rocks with them.
19.
19. As you look down and look at these strange kind of sharp rocks protruding from the earth, and look at kind of the distribution of them, And then you look up even farther and you see a larger rock that's like partially crumbling and jutting up out of the rocks, the floor beneath. And you suddenly have the realization, those are ribs. That thing at the very top of it looks like some remnant of a skull, perhaps.
Do I have like a sudden flashback to the Deepwalker telling me about the Leviathans that used to walk the earth? And how most of them died except him? Them?
You think about that, and stare at this thing on the ground. Kind of. It seems to be on an order of magnitude way, way beyond any of the giants that you've seen in person. And it seems vaguely humanoid, from what you can see, just like some ribs and a skull. But it mostly, if there is a skeleton, it's mostly buried, like 90% buried.
Is it like a cloud giant skeleton or something?
No, much bigger.
Much bigger. That's why I'm thinking it's a Leviathan. Those are like ginormous.
You, just from what you know, it doesn't really strike you as being like a Leviathan or like something like one of Aegir's friends per se. But it just seems like I don't know. It's obviously very old. What creature may have created it? You have no idea.
Wait, but it has a skull?
Maybe.
I want to talk to the giant skeleton.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
It's humanoid.
It sounds like a great idea. I want to fly over to where the skull is. I'm like, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. And does it have a jaw?
It does not. As you fly down and see, it's mostly buried. You just see like the part of what would be like a bony protrusion, perhaps. But you look at it, it is turned to stone. It is petrified.
So the rest of it might be under there.
Maybe.
So like theoretically, if one cast earthquake in this area, it might split open the earth enough to unearth it.
It might also split it.
Might also just destroy it.
Yeah.
Ooh, mold earth. I'll mold
I just want to talk to the
Guys.
giant skeleton, please. Have you guys seen the ones that are at Home Depot that are like 12 feet tall?
No.
It's not that.
That's... I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Am I exasperating you?
No, you're good.
You shouldn't have told me there was a giant skeleton if you didn't want me to talk to it.
You made a good roll for it.
How can I use a few iterations of mold earth and see how
You don't
hard
get
it would-
any closer to unearthing it. This would be like
I mean, it's...
a month-long excavation just to unearth like part of the skull. This thing's massive.
Yeah.
Well,
Like skyscraper fell over. That's how big it is.
Yeah, so you need to either cast it or we need to be going on with our lives.
I think I'm going to sketch it in my little journal
Okay.
and make a note of where we are and
Yeah.
maybe come back to it later because I want to try to... This is going to be Galaxia's post-game.
Yeah.
She's just going to spend years excavating the skeleton.
If you just cast your talk with dead thing, what would that do?
Well, it has to have a mouth.
It could have a mouth, you don't know. You just cast it and see if it works.
How old do you think it is?
Make a history check.
Okay. 10.
No idea.
Real quick, does it look like it's been dead longer than 10 days?
Yes.
Okay, but like on the magnitude of like 1,000 years or like 100 years?
Definitely in the magnitude of several thousand years.
Oh, okay. I was gonna try to use true resurrection.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Do it.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I could do to like try to talk to it. But I don't think I can.
I don't think there's anything you can do.
While Galaxia's staring at it, I would like to try to find or chip away a small piece of the bone.
Make a strength check.
Oh, well, it's stone, isn't it? It's petrified.
It's
Bro, you need help with that?
it's petrified stone.
Create
Yeah,
undead.
No. Hold the phone.
Oh god.
Galaxia hard pivots into necromancy.
So what did you roll?
Chad,
Oh, am I rolling for this?
Strength check.
you're helping me out because I'm bad.
D20. Oh, damn, not rolling well. 13. Oh, wait, can I turn Little Bro into a battering ram?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Well, it just adds to whatever your current bonus is.
Oh.
34. It's fine. So you aggressively slam little bro into the side of one of these protrusions. You break part of it. It falls over like a massive dead tree trunk and slams on the ground.
Oh, like it's
Here you go,
huge.
bro.
You're taking his ribs, dude.
Well, I wanted like a chip, right? Like with my knife to like grab like a.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, did you just sleight of hand check?
Oh yeah. 37.
Nice. So you go
Is that
over.
a new record?
I think it matches the current record.
Okay.
You go and you like stick your hand inside of this rib. You see, actually, it is all made out of stone, but like you can see this very strange, the cancellous interior, like bony, foamy structure that the inside of the bones look like. And you manage to like find a cracked piece and you yank it off. You're now holding basically a chunk of rock that once belonged to the interior of this thing's ribs.
I'm like, fascinating. So it has a similar bone structure on the inside to humans, which is curious considering how large it is. You would think it would have to have pretty light bones.
Its blood cell like platelets were like this big.
Oh my god.
Galaxia's like theorizing about its origin. I'm like, I'm gonna make it into a potion
A potion of
of
Like
giant.
an enlarged,
giant.
Just like fucking triple enlarged.
So,
Oh yes. Okay. So I'm just taking notes, and I want to try to come back and try to find a way to
yeah,
figure out.
you
What this
easily record where this is in space, and you could come back another day.
Okay. We can keep going.
Okay, so I'm having cold feet literally about this whole taking Chad to the guy who collects souls thing.
I'll stay outside with Chad. You can-
Yeah.
I think this is a perfect way to resolve this.
You and Porkchop can go in, and I'll stay outside with Chad.
Okay.
And if you need us, we'll come inside with you.
Yeah,
Yo,
okay.
we're all coming with you.
No, Chad. I need you to not get your soul taken. When this
Yeah,
guy says,
Chad,
I'm
we've-
not going to stop taking souls.
Chad, you already got your soul stolen once, and
Your
you
soul
used
stolen?
you used up your soul retrieval card. There's not a punch card for that.
History. And then I just get that card back. I actually got to retrieve my soul again. That never happened.
But then you wouldn't have one of the arms.
I know. That's why I didn't do it.
You guys sleep on the second night, and you continue on the third. And on this third day, I'll say you can get 3 hours of work on your arrows, Porkchop. But
Sure.
towards the end of that third hour, like in the early afternoon, suddenly, all of you, more or less at the same time, see on the distant horizon, maybe several miles west of the river, breaking through the haze and the mist and the very, very distant edge of your vision, just this massive black obelisk.
Does it look like anything I know? Does it ring a bell?
Yeah, Thazal, you immediately recognize it. It is the tower from your visions.
Yep.
And
Guys.
Just
This is it.
just from a real, like, from a non-dreamscape perspective, it is, actually a physical object in the distance and not just, like, the strange focus of your dreams.
Yeah.
Porkchop, you
guys,
also
this
recognize
is the
it.
place.
Porkchop, you recognize it as the tower from one of your visions as well.
Really?
Wait, you had a vision?
Which
It was a
vision?
long ass time ago with
Yeah.
Ingvar. The first time.
Oh.
Oh, is this when you were fucking with with your own lantern at one point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you need to be here just as much as I do, it seems.
I never spent anything though. Which is why I'm not getting the
Pikachu's
vision.
mad at you still.
Yeah. I don't remember the details of that vision. There was like an old dude and he had a broom.
You saw this tower, and you were you felt like you were drawn into it, and it was, like, very dark and very earthy, and there were several, like, people there, and the last thing you saw was, like, it looked like a young girl, but she turned to face you, and, like, 2/3 of her face were, like, sloughed off, and just bone showing through. They seem to be working, doing something in the darkness. You don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Galaxia and Chad will stay outside. Porkchop and I will go with the nice man what?
Let me let you know something real quick, bro. I'm here for you if you need me. I'll go in there. I'm not just gonna charge in and start kicking ass and taking names. I'll go in. I'll back you up here just in case something goes wrong. You know, bro, I'll be there to support you through this. Now, I want to let you know that I hope you make the right decision here.
Chad,
You don't let continued soul harvesting happen. Because as I've stated before, I think we should be proud of our actions, you know? That we should, when confronted with evil, confront it head on. But bro, this is your choice to make. And I want to, if something goes south, I want to be by your side to help you through.
I appreciate that you'll be there for me, Chad, and like I want that. I want you to be by my side. I want to be by your side because we're bros. But
yeah, bro.
You've shown me the light. I will do the right thing. I will not myself harvest any more souls.
So in that case, we'll come in with you, but Chad, we're just gonna like be chill, okay?
Yo, bro, chill's my middle name.
Chad, chill.
Chad, chill, bro heart.
Great. We'll be there for backup, but this is the Zal's battle, and I guess pork chops too, maybe?
Unclear.
Yeah, you coming in with the pork chop?
I guess.
So what's the plan here? You gonna like just knock on the door, be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Basically,
Sup,
All right.
bro?
walk
Wanted to see
inside.
us? You called?
So, you guys keep flying. Little bro riding on Bror's below. You all approach from a distance. The miles close, and eventually you get maybe, I'll say, 3 miles out. And you now can see it in its entirety. It goes so tall that the clouds actually kind of encircle the highest peak. It does vaguely resemble the appearance of the token on the map. Just like these dark, rather sharp-edged like
Mordor.
terraces. It's very Eye of Mordor-esque, but like no flaming eye at the top. Just like that kind of architectural design. And it appears to be made entirely from like iron and black stone, from what you can tell. Therefore the name. But when you get maybe about 2 miles off, you notice a strange like speck of bright green like near the base of the otherwise desolate landscape. And as you like all kind of point it out and stare at it from a distance, you see at the base of this gargantuan tower, which all around it's just like more dirt and rock and nothing can be really seen except for this very large, again, this is, sorry if this isn't clear, the speck of green is about a mile away from the base of the tower. You guys are like 2.5 miles away from the base of the tower. And
Is it between us and the tower?
yeah,
Is it an avocado?
it is not an avocado.
Avogario.
You notice it is a tree. It is a very large oak tree with, it looks lush, well cared for. The trunk is probably 4 or 5 feet in diameter. And it's just sitting there in the middle of this dead, open, desolate wasteland a mile from the base of the tower.
I identify it.
Do you go all the way up to the tree?
Yes.
All right, so you guys keep approaching.
Yeah.
As you get closer, you do see now at the base of the tree, there is a small glowing orange orb.
Identify that.
Well, you don't even need to, Porkchop. You recognize it as the spell Tiny Hut being cast.
Oh.
What?
Do we see someone casting Tiny Hut?
You see a tiny hut that is the result of the spell Tiny Hut.
Oh.
Can we like knock on it?
Like, hey.
So you stand there next to this massive oak tree in the shade, in the cold, which again it's probably like 0 degrees here, but you're fine. And you gaze up for a moment.
Away from the group while they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, you step away and you look up at the tower for a moment, and it's honestly overwhelming. Like just how tall it is. It's like standing at the base of the Empire State Building. Like it's just there's so much, and it's so tall. It's just like there's nothing else like it. No sight like that you've ever seen.
Mind boggles.
Right. So who's knocking?
I guess Chad will.
All right.
You know,
Chad.
there's Kate Flutter behind him. Yeah.
You knock. No response.
I'll
Well,
knock and be like, "Yo, bro, anyone in there?"
I mean, that's fair.
I
Who
wouldn't open the
knows?
door for a random stranger.
All 4 of you make wisdom saving throws.
Oh boy.
Oh, god damn it. Why wisdom saving throws?
Always wisdom saving.
If you're close to me, then you get the buff.
Yeah,
true.
but like
Pork chop
sometimes-
isn't.
Oh wait, do I get Chad's buff?
Yeah, but not pork chop.
So I have a 32 then. That might be the highest saving throw I've ever rolled.
What?
I got a 25.
I get a 13.
8.
So, Chad, you feel something like push you back physically, and you skid back 5 to 10 feet and halt yourself, holding yourself steady. Fazal and Porkchop, you both go rigid and fall over, like absolutely paralyzed. Galaxia, you feel something attempt to take hold, and you float up and away. And in that moment, striding out from within this glowing orb, just kind of phasing through the wall, 2 figures step out and stand with hands raised. One appears to be an orc. He has black hair with a streak of white through it and glasses on his nose. And he's got his hands up and rather like fine ornate leathers and like flapping things about his waist. He looks at you all seriously and his eyes are just kind of... There's something about his eyes that are a bit off. You're not entirely sure what. The other figure has a mind-bending cape fluttering behind her. As you kind of gaze at it, the underside of the cape almost looks like it's an opening into another dimension. You see like a sea of stars beyond the underside of the cape, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And as you look at her face, you see a resolute and young woman with dark gray and brown skin, and little speckles of what looks like almost diamonds, perhaps, protruding from the skin where freckles would be. The hair is pulled up into a long, sort of almost like dread-like hairdo, but the hair itself seems to be like tethered together chunks of quartz and almost like diamonds, just kind of held together. And she stands there, hands raised, and this cape fluttering about her. And she stares at all of you.
Are they hand raised like preparing to cast a spell, or hands raised like we surrender a hand raised?
Like cast a spell.
Okay.
And they both step out of this tiny hut. The tiny hut disappears behind them as they step out. And the woman says, "Before we attack, why are you here?"
Wait, I know you! You're one
Do
of
you?
the mighty... Not the mighty nine, God, wrong.
Wrong canon.
adventure. What are they called? The capable crew!
Yes.
The capable crew.
You're part of the capable crew!
The two look at each other. The one woman lowers her hand slightly and says, "Yes, I'm Spinel. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Who are you?"
You're the only one we haven't met yet. We've met everyone else.
Bro, I'm Chad Brohart, Paladin Heronius, bro to all. This is Galaxia the Moist.
God, Chad, you gotta stop calling me that.
The paralyzed one, that's the Zal. And the other one's Pork Chop, the sticky finger.
I thought she was pork chop the
As you're both motionless, she says, she turns over to her orc friend and she says, "You can drop that, Gowron. I think they're safe." He nods slowly and lowers his hands, and both Porkchop and Thazal are free to stand up.
I'm like,
Get
oh.
back up.
Anyways, yes, I'm Galaxia of Uthorm, and yeah, we're the heroes of Harmstead. We've heard all about you. What are you doing up here? And oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't catch your name. Turn to the orc.
The orc says, he bows a little bit. He says, "My name's Gowron. I am an academic of sorts. Good friends with Spinel."
Oh, great, cool. Where are you an academic?
Oh, well, I used to study at the university in Lutetia, if you would believe.
Oh, over there at the Mage College?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we used to travel in and out of there all the time.
I used to. Anyway.
Yeah, we also used to.
So, we will answer your questions. And he looks over at Spinel and she nods and says, "But you're going to answer ours first."
By all means.
So what brings you to this place? And she gestures over her shoulder. With your insight, Galaxia, you could tell that like she's being polite, but she does not trust you yet. And you're one misstep. You guys are one misstep from her like blasting your faces off.
I blast her face right back off at her.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, we're here. My friend here has some business with someone in there. We're trying to stop some soul collecting or something. We he got connected to him, trying to cut that link.
I-
And we basically we keep destroying all of his soul collectors.
Oh,
He's
Chad.
not too pleased.
I shushed Chad. I'm like, Chad, how do you know that they're not, like, working for him?
I don't know.
We can't trust that. They don't trust us. We can't trust them either.
Yo, bro, I'm putting it out there, bro. That's why we're here.
I mean, not all heroes stay heroes forever.
But that's fine if they're not heroes that we parlay right now. I don't know. Like, what do you want from me?
So you, Chad is very forthcoming with his information. Spinel is just staring straight into Chad's soul the whole time. And when you're done talking and Glaxia's trying to, like, cut in and whisper with you, she nods and says, he speaks the truth. You're not the first to come here. And she looks at you, Thazal. She seems to have intuited what Chad was talking about Thazal. Says, there have been many, many others like you. Some stronger, some weaker. But I don't believe they've ever left this place.
That's scary. What? I just want to, go in there and make sure that he's not going to put things in my head anymore or, like, haunt my dreams, because that's, it's been a lot.
I'm still curious what you are doing here.
You're not coming through for us, just so you know.
I'm still curious as to what you are doing here. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She nods slowly and says, I will now answer some of your questions. I have been traveling far and wide, attempting to undo the forces of evil where I can find them. I've been researching this place for some time with the help of my friend here, Gowron. And together we think that we may be able to make him open his doors. Beyond that, though, we don't have much of a plan. That's been the hardest part. Normally you need a key, and she reaches into a pocket and pulls out an impossibly large, doesn't fit in the pocket, but just pulls out a black and empty lantern with the same exact design as what Thazal had. She says, this, I believe, will function for that purpose. Without it, the doors will not open.
Yeah, we've broken a few of those. Some a bit larger than that, too.
Oh, I see. This probably was displeasing to him, I would imagine.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about that one.
Makes sense. Gowron steps forward and he walks over straight to Euthazal, and he just kind of sniffs. He just, like, sniffs around you, like, takes a deep whiff. He says,
I asked my Orcish, like, hi, nice to meet you.
Says, nice to meet you too, brother. You
Did
smell...
he suddenly develop an accent?
No, he's had this the whole time.
Okay.
You smell clean. And he gives you a fist. To shake.
I, like, shake his hand and I say, thanks, I think.
Showered this morning.
Yes. He turns and walks back. You catch a significant kind of smell from him. It's not like BO. It's just kind of weird. And off-putting.
Does it ring any bells of, like, undead or...
Make an insight check.
We're just gonna go about. I'll just cast Divine Sense, bro. Figure this out.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
15.
So that's all you're, like, thinking about it. You're like, what is that remind me of? Chad, you cast Divine Sense immediately. Gowron is a fucking beacon of undeath. He is the most powerful undead presence you have ever had the unfortunate experience of being near, and you're suddenly just like, oh.
Oh my.
I don't know how you react to that, but and at that moment, yeah, Thazal, he smells like a rotting corpse. That much you recognize.
I'm gonna say, oh, yo, bro, how'd you come to that predicament?
He looks at you, and looks you straight in the eyes. And just for a moment, you see a small like flash and behind the eyes. Something about his face seems to be like potentially illusioned. It doesn't really match up with what you see or what you're looking at. He says, "What predicament do you mean, brother?"
Is he Abagario?
Oh, the
guy.
bro.
Probably not.
Sorry for not clarifying, bro. I meant the undead thing.
Oh, you see. You are a paladin. That makes sense.
Yeah.
He looks around. He looks a little bashful. He says, "It was an accident. It's a very embarrassing story. My friend Spinell helped me out with that."
I'll walk up to him. I'll give him a fist bump. It's all good, bro. You don't need to spill it. Just keep putting good in the world. And I give him a fist bump if he so chooses.
He gives it back slowly. When you do connect, you feel and you barely sense. Yeah, he's definitely illusioned. The fist that hits yours is cold and clammy and a little bit like bony.
Yeah, it's all good. We don't judge here. Judge on person's actions here.
Indeed. I am trying to make up for my mistakes with Spinell's help. And maybe yours.
Mistakes? With this guy or with other mistakes?
Long ago mistakes. Nothing to do with this man. But
okay.
due to my mistakes, I am uniquely positioned to provide input to this situation. Just so you know, we believe, he looks at Spinell, they look at each other, that Avagario here in his tower is a very old and very powerful lich. The likes of which we have not encountered in our travels. We have found many of his thralls across the land, carrying things such as this, and he points over at the lantern. We believe he uses his tower as sort of a focal point to gather these souls to him, and through the actions of his thralls. I myself, Gowron again looks bashful, am also a lich, not by choice, but by circumstance. And due to this unfortunate series of events that resulted in this scenario, I have a bit of insight into how liches think and how they might feel. So I'm attempting to contribute that to Spinell's investigation. Spinell nods and
nice, bro.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting character for Chad to meet.
Why is it interesting, bro?
He's like inherently evil, but he's not actually evil.
Yeah.
Chad doesn't see inherently evil. It's his actions, bro.
Well,
and you have to do something to become a lich, right?
Yeah, I don't know how it's handled in this universe, but I'm trying to think of what I know, and I'm like, as like Cody, and I'm like, how do you accidentally do that? But maybe like it's a bit different.
He didn't accidentally do it. He did not fully comprehend what the repercussions of his actions would be.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, it's like if you I have no idea how you'd accidentally do that, then you can just wind up permanently dead.
Wait, does all end up a lich if he had kept going down the soul selling route?
I was gonna ask that. Like, I don't know, Grace, I don't know anything about how liches, I just know that you have to like do something really bad and then you become a lich. But like, when he got the little undead thing in his brain, was he gonna become a lich?
You don't know.
Our friend here got like a, what would you call it, this all? Like a undead bug in your brain?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We got rid of it, but we're pretty sure Avagario put it there.
Chad took care of that for me.
Paladin perks.
Spinell slowly nods and says, "I'm glad that you dealt with that quickly. I believe that what you're describing is one of his many methods to further recruit and expand his servant population."
Well, I mean, Thazal was collecting souls for like, I don't know, Thazal, how long was it? Like 2 months?
Just puts right out there.
I mean, it's not.
I mean, as long as we're being honest.
Gowron looks at you and he says, "I'm not one to judge."
See, so maybe you could have accidentally become a lich too.
Almost.
Harvesting souls is pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Spinel says, well, Gowron and I were preparing to approach the main gates. We did so yesterday, but were unfortunately met with resistance.
What kind of resistance?
The dead kind. Lots and
undead?
lots.
Oh, that's our specialty.
Well,
Cleric, paladin.
it's mine as well.
I was gonna say, I look at
Who
her
do
and I'm
you
like,
worship?
you look like a cleric?
My expertise is in the magic of nature. But,
druid.
But I also am a cleric of Melora,
Oh,
the nature goddess.
Nice.
yeah.
I'm a
She
paladin Heronius.
a admirable deity, to be sure.
Nice to meet you.
And who do you worship?
Oh, you've probably never heard of him.
I worshipped him before it was cool.
No, I worshipped him way after it was cool.
Way
I'm
after
here.
She nods and says, I feel like it rings a bell, but I don't recall.
Ancient sea god. He's still kicking.
Oh.
Just not on this plane anymore.
She has a bit of comprehension. She says, yes, plane of water, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen some mention of them there. Anyway, to business. She turns around and walks over to the massive oak tree, and she reaches up and places her hand on the trunk. And she closes her eyes, and there's like a dull glow that spreads outward across the trunk, up into the very tips of the branches of this massive oak tree. The entire thing starts rapidly shrinking and like twisting and convoluting, and it shrinks down into a single wooden staff with a gargantuan ruby embedded in the very top of it, and like little branches all around it. And she turns around, and she has now this staff, this very imposing like nature staff that she's holding and leaning on gently.
Why does your staff turn into a tree? Why does the tree turn into your staff?
Well, in case you just want a tree, or I can use teleportation magic with any tree on the planet or beyond that connects to it.
That's super useful.
It's very handy.
So wait, can you just make your staff into a tree and then leave it there and like teleport back and forth?
Yes.
Because there's not many trees out here.
No, there are none. I had to walk. Well, I guess I Galvan rode and I ran, but whatever.
Oh, are you fast too?
I can be.
Oh.
How fast?
Well, pretty
Not
fast.
Not now.
She says, I don't know, I make a good rhino pretty quick.
I'm like, okay, got you.
Anyway.
Got you.
Anyway, so as I was saying, yesterday we attempted to approach, and a massive horde of undead rose to meet us. I destroyed probably 100 or so, but it didn't really make much of a difference. So today I was hoping to take a different approach, and I thought we had previously planned that Galron would attempt to enter alone and try and parley with this entity being on his status. However, now that you all are here, perhaps it would be wiser to give you all first try.
I mean, he's kind of expecting me, so sure, let's take a stroll.
Invited guest of the evil lich.
Kind of, probably, not exactly.
Zazal, what have you gotten yourself mixed
Doubt I'm
up?
on the invite list.
As someone who has previously served him, I believe he may have more interest in letting you in. See, unfortunately, within that tower, it is entirely his domain. And the extent to which he has enchanted or fortified or extended his control over the space within, we cannot even begin to guess. And so, with some amount of permission, I think you, pointing at this all, and your friends would be probably most likely to even succeed in getting an actual audience. I don't know if he would speak with my friend here, Galron, or destroy him outright out of fear or jealousy. Unknown.
Well, there's only one way to find out, guys. Let's take a walk.
Galron, being a lich and maybe knowing a little bit about this guy, do you think that all of us would be welcome, or just his servant?
Gowron says, I do not know what Avagario's objectives are, besides extending his own very long life. I would imagine he would like to speak with someone like Thazal, who has previously served him, and offer you all compensation. I think if he doesn't...
Offer us compensation? Like, to buy Thazal from us?
Probably? I don't know.
Ooh, pork chop, how much should we have?
If...
Wait, how much do you think he's worth?
Wait, hold on. No. Hold
I
on.
didn't realize we were getting paid for it.
Or more so, not just Thazal, but for all of you. For compensation for your service, perhaps.
Oh.
He's always willing to find new...
Back you into the soul gathering business.
It seems that you're all fairly capable if you made it all the way here. I believe he would be unwilling to waste such bright souls. And Gowron looks you up and down slowly, and there's a weirdness to it. Like it's a little bit invasive. It's a little bit creepy, and how he's just kind of examining you as he states that. You get the sense there's a little bit of hunger in his eyes, but he seems to be staying reserved.
He's a lich.
Oh, so our souls are bright? I polish mine every day.
Spinel says, well, now is the time for action. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. However, I have many important things to attend to, and this is one of many, but it requires my full attention. Here's my proposal. I will summon forth a storm to wipe away all the undead that would prevent you from entry. Galron will use his magics to protect you from the storm's wrath, and with our combined efforts, we shall escort you to the base of the tower, where you will enter with your friend Thazal leading the way, and beyond that, I believe you're on your own.
Galaxia is just she's just mumbling under her breath. She's like, I can make storms too.
Excellent.
No, she does not meant to. That was not meant to be heard.
Oh, yes. Well.
All right. I mean, that would be great if the undead do spring out of the ground and attack us. That would suck. So it would be nice to have some help with that.
All right.
Before we head off, could we hang out here for half an hour? I have something to do.
Yo, bro, I have a quick question though. How do we kill Lich?
Yeah, that's a great
use
question.
Sword effective or?
Gowron steps forward and says, "No,
Yeah,
no
I
way.
doubt my
Sword
turn
is not
undead is
effective."
going to do much.
He says, "Well, the physical vessel is prone to destruction.
So we blow them up.
The physical vessel could be destroyed, but a lich has a phylactery, which contains essentially their true soul, or what's left of it anyway. To actually destroy the lich, you must destroy the phylactery. Otherwise, you will simply rise again in a short period of time and be as strong as before. I would know. I've gone through the process a few times."
What's a phylactery?
Think of it as a vessel.
Is it like a physical thing though?
Yes.
We can see it?
It's a physical creation.
Where?
That is.
Is it
Up to
different
the
for
lich?
everyone? It's not always located in your chest.
No, yeah, it's
Or your
not. It's
brain.
not in your chest. And he looks mildly offended that you would suggest such a thing. It's.
I don't know
It is
where
a.
you keep it.
It is a thing. Something
Do you
of great
keep
value.
it on a bookshelf?
Maybe you could.
Okay, but I was just wondering if it was an implant in your body or
Maybe it is. You don't know. It
could be.
It's
in
quite
his
literally
chest.
a Horcrux. For lack of a better descriptor, it could be literally anything.
So we have to blow up the entire tower.
Hold on. How do we tell if any given object is a phylactery?
Well, all kinds of magic stuff would probably be able to tell you, but you have to find it first.
Would it look special?
Oh, we
Gowron
could use
says-
find the path.
Where are you, phylactery?
Gowron says,
question.
my particular phylactery is hidden safely away, where very few people could ever possibly find it by accident or do damage to it. His, I would
is it in
imagine,
your head?
is equally prepared. No.
Oh.
It is not in my head.
Okay, well, I guess we go there and say, hey, can you stop putting undead things in my head, please? And we're even, so stop.
Mm-hmm.
How are you even, though? Again, I don't
That may
understand how
work.
you're even. What do you have on him that he has on, like, where's the...
I'm just showing up and being like, hey, can we call it even?
Let's
Like,
be chill,
I'm
yo.
not any more souls, and I'm not gonna, like, you know, attack you or anything like that. I want to, like, stop. I'm done.
We are
Please
gonna
stop.
attack.
Well, so as you are finished talking about all this, Gowron steps forward. He says, stay close to me. I will be doing the best I can to protect you all from Spinel's full wrath. And you see that he looks a little uneasy as he looks at Spinel.
Before we go, I want to take some time to attune to the rod of absorption.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be a really good one here. Is it pretty cold out still?
It's 0 degrees.
Okay, I'll leave the ring of warp. Let's just
Okay. All right. When you're all ready and prepared, Spinel steps forward and stands on the edge of this plane looking up at the tower. She breathes slowly and deeply and says, Gowron? He says, I'm on it. And Gowron starts mumbling under his breath and waving his hands through a complicated series of patterns. Galaxia, you recognize some elements of Gust of Wind, the spell, in part of that. But he begins to create this sphere of air around all of you that whips around at a furious rate and seems to be kind of
It's like an
dense.
airbender.
Kind of like an airbending, yeah. He's just airbending this blob around you to kind of protect you all. After a few seconds, all right, you all cluster together next to Gowron. Spinel steps forward and holds up her staff, closing her eyes and just focusing. You all watch as suddenly, many of the smaller pebbles begin to lift up and just start, orbiting around Spinel slowly.
Okay.
As she stands there and a large chunk of rock floats up and lifts her up from beneath, and she just floats straight up into the air, probably about 15 feet now. There are much larger boulders just beginning to orbit around her, almost naturally. She's not even trying to do that. That's just happening by the side effect of the power that she's currently channeling. She opens her eyes. You see they're burning a bright green, and she begins to swirl her staff in the air overhead. And directly above the tower, where this kind of dense, heavy fog cloud layer has been sitting dormant, it begins to darken and swirl and coalesce around the peak. Spreading outwards, this storm begins forming. The entire sky grows darker and darker until it's almost maybe 9 p.m. at night. You can barely see, and Gowron lights the way artificially with magical light orbs. And you can only see Spinel up above, just in this darkness, whirling her large staff overhead. Lightning begins to crackle through the sky, and then with a couple flash, lightning begins to start striking the ground all around this entire area. This storm is probably a mile wide.
Galaxia is impressed and pretty jealous, and so she's gonna shout out, "Can you teach me that?"
You can barely see her face. The crystals, her hair and the crystals on her face are now faintly glowing green from within. But she nods down towards you and says, "Maybe when this is all over." And she keeps swinging her staff. It starts raining, and Gowron says, "All right, that's our cue. Let's go." And he starts marching forward towards the base of the tower. You all follow?
Let's go.
All right. You get into a brisk trot as you approach the base. The rain's getting, again, airbent off the top of this bubble of air. But then, all of a sudden, lightning starts crashing down around you, and then hail, and then wind. And you all see now that, when you watch those videos of, a nuclear blast where something is just, from the wind and from the, shock waves, you see these, literal boulders the size of houses just, rolling past.
I'm gonna shout back again and be like, "You're so much cooler than Janos."
Galrod like
Janet.
has an abrupt
He's
like
the greasy guy we met at the tower. He was the grasping fist dude.
Yeah, so you don't see anything from Spinel, but Gowron's like, oh, you know him as well, and he just keeps
Yeah,
walking.
I said we've met all of you except.
Oh, that's right.
Spinel.
Well, I'm glad to make your acquaintance. They're quite a lovely bunch, the capable crew, and he keeps going. As you're just going, he keeps it like mostly under control, but you do get the occasional drop of water and like wind past your face. About a half mile from the base of the tower, suddenly you see like whipping past in the wind just this corpse, just like just goes flying
Thank
past your
you.
face.
You almost just bashed your head.
When I didn't. Just one, and then another, and then another, and another. And as you're walking, and Gowron's like, avoid their hands, you just see that there are literally hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of corpses that have been basically ripped up out of the dirt, out of the ground where they were lying dormant, and are now currently just being like tossed around in these winds and rain and lightning that this massive storm produced by Spinel is creating. You push past all this and like duck overhead as these horrible like lurching zombies are like reaching down towards you all as they get flung overhead by 100-mile-per-hour winds, and eventually make it to the base of the tower. There he extends the bubble up onto the wall of the tower, and you see these massive like stone doors inlaid with like very complex arcane runes, and he says, okay, quickly, she probably only has a few more, maybe a minute of the storm left. We need to get this done before it collapses, and I'm totally consumed by the zombies around us. Here, and he shoves the lantern in Thazal's hands.
I like start walking like to the door, like trying to go through, like find a way to go through it. Like
Yeah, you run up to the door, and like as soon as you touch it, the lantern, like all the little inscribed glyphs on it, briefly glow green, and the entire door is suddenly illuminated from like within. The runes glow a bright green, and begin grinding open slowly. Gowron says, "Well, that was easy. Okay, good luck, you all. I'm going back." And he kind of like turns around and starts rushing back towards where he came from.
Okay, let's dive
I
in.
will. While he's walking up, I'll be like, "Yo, Bros, I'll summon you again here soon. Thanks for the ride there. I'll see you here soon, bro." And I'm gonna dismiss him.
He says, "Good luck, bro," and he just a little spray of mist into the night air. You all going
I'll
in?
be like, let's go, little bro.
Walks too far away.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's go inside.
Go inside.
All right.
Getting close to now.
You go inside, and as soon as you step into this interior space, it's pitch black in here. The doors
I pull out my sword.
and slam shut with a massive shuddering boom noise. Immediately, all the sound, all the wind, like horribly loud rain and wind and lightning, gone. Utter silence. Deafening silence. And in this darkness, as Chad, you hold up your sun-bladed sword and illuminating the nearby space, you see a very large, open, cylindrical space, maybe about 30 feet tall, and 6 columns that go beyond, deeper into the space, beyond the edge of your light. But there, and the ground is like dirt, it appears to be, but there, maybe 20 feet ahead of you, rearing its head, looking your direction and going, this zombie with maybe 5 other zombies around it stagger upright and begin lurching in your direction. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
What are we doing here?
Always zombies, always towers.
What are we doing here?
I think
We're trying to prevent you from becoming a lich, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more of a thrall than a lich.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Just like undead servant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like it was an option for you for a while.
I'm morally ambiguous.
Aren't you glad Chad set you on the right path so you're not
Yeah.
a thrall?
Yep. I'm glad Chad showed me the light. But I'm not glad that we're here, because this is spooky.
Too
Yeah,
spooky?
liches are, like a really old lich. Like this is probably outside of our CR rating.
Probably.
But we have help,
No.
kind of.
Did you see how tall this tower was?
Very
Yeah.
tall.
It's a tall ass tower.
And we're going into his house. We're giving a the one thing you do when you fight a wizard is you don't give him time to prepare. This dude has centuries to prepare.
Yeah, we're kind of fucked.
We can help.
I mean, Chad wouldn't say that, but I would. I've had plenty of experiences where I've gotten like party wiped by some wizard that had time to prepare.
I really hope we don't get party wiped.
I will say,
If we do get party wiped, though, at least, like, we made it pretty far. Level 17 is pretty good.
let me say, in entering the space, you all just reached level 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
The
Aw.
jumping 17, 18 was like 2 sessions.
It was 5 sessions, and you did all of the last dungeon crawl, and you traveled all the way here, so pretty substantial. That's like over a month in game time.
Oh, but that makes me
True.
sad because that we only have 2 more levels before the game's over.
I know,
Correct.
it's really sad though.
I mean, technically there is a rule book for past level 20, but then you're just like fighting gods.
Yeah, that's just nonsense.
Well, damn. I mean, I think I'm pretty much done with cool shit.
Yeah, level 18 is not terribly
My
interesting.
My aura's now 30 feet, guys.
That's right.
Nice.
That's all of your magic arrows get buffed at 18.
Yeah, I get a 4th one, and they all get buffed.
It's nice.
Also, if I'm below half my health, I just get like I just like get health at the end of every turn, like passively.
That's right. You just you can basically get a healing potion at the end of every one of your turns just because you are a fighter.
5 plus my con mod, so yeah, at the end of every turn I get a free I don't know, like 7 health.
Yep. Hacks.
Ugh,
Nice.
I was hoping I'd get more, like, upper level spell slots. I do not.
You've already got 9, 9th level.
I know.
And by the way, that
no.
was Storm of Vengeance, a 9th level spell.
That's what I want her to do.
Damn.
I mean, can I get, like, another 6th
Oh,
level
no.
spell slot?
Yeah.
Because it's just, like, I never get to use my upper level spells because I teleport us everywhere, and so, like, I use them.
Well, you didn't do it today.
Well, now you will.
That's true, I didn't do it today.
That's true.
Ooh, and I can prepare 23 spells now.
Oh my god.
You were so evasive, the attackers rarely gain the upper hand against you. No attack roll has advantage against you while you are incapacitated.
You aren't
Oh, that.
incapacitated.
You're just, like,
It's
You have
impossible to
incapacitate
detect.
first off in order to get advantage.
Oh, I will. Yeah, you get this level 18 buff, and you get this all your stats going into this, because this is probably honestly going to be the most difficult crawl of this campaign, if I had to guess.
I mean, I'm expecting it, yeah. I mean, we're building up to a lich.
Like, there's other really important things that are going to be just as challenging, but you're going to be higher level for some of them, and, like, this is like one of the worst possible scenarios for a group of adventurers to find themselves in. So it will probably be the most difficult thing. By design. Is my internet fritzing out? I'm losing both, here. I think all the stream is done anyway, so if you're still watching, if you're watching at all, thanks for watching, have a good night, adios.